451.
Lights passing left to right. Delivery, good day, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Departing Kilo.
Apparently not. I know. Lights passing left to right.
1081, read back, last transmission.
Don't know if
Dodo, departure 01 left, and our squawk is 4510. Stevens 10. Sorry.
Stevens 1081,
Okay.
read back is correct. Contact, stand by please. Contact ground on frequency 121.7, bye. 121.7, Stevens 1081, thanks for friends.
Delivery, good morning, Speedbird 47 Charlie. 747, we have the information on board request clearance to Samara.
Last station, say again your call sign, please.
Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, stand by please.
And so Stevens 1004, just standing by, still standing by, full squawk code and read back for the clearance. 120.
Qantas 2, delivery, this is Qantas 25, we're requesting IFR clearance. Thank you.
They've managed to find some paper, do you know?
No, still searching.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, you're clear to Samara Airport. Departure runway 08 left via the 23 Alpha departure, and your squawk is and stand by for the squawk, please.
Okay, cleared by the Dodu 3 Alpha 08 left. Standing by, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, and your squawk is 4414.
Talking 4414, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Yay, we have print.
Clearance delivery, velocity 738.
Oh, well, we don't have the 3 Alpha anyway, so we're in via the 2 Echo. I'll be fine.
Stand by please.
Oh.
Stevens
Cheers.
1004, you're clear to Samara. Runway 08 left, Dodu 3 Alpha departure. And your squawk is 4424.
50 miles 08 left, Dodo 3 Alpha squawk 4424, Stevens 1004 heavy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, bye bye. And
Where is he parked?
correct contact ground.
It's like in a hole.
217, thank you.
This scenery is absolutely awful, isn't it?
It's obviously.
We're not running an AFCAD thing.
So this is the scenery I thought that that Gary had tested carefully.
Yeah.
738 requesting
Tested
IFR
whilst
clearance.
drunk.
738, do you have latest weather information on board?
Got the weather.
Probably too late to get the crew bit then.
What's the QNH?
Delivery, we have the information.
1033.
Alright, Cap.
Velocity 738.
Cabot.
738, clear
Yep.
to Samara runway 08 left to the 3.
Can you ask somebody to give us some fuel and some butter?
How much fuel would you like?
Stand by for the squawk.
What does it say on the
Oh,
flight plan?
shit, sorry, I've got it in front of me. 38.2. This is VATSIM. Bit extra, I don't know.
Lost 738, your squawk is
40.
4407.
I think it's quite a short runway there,
Oh
isn't it?
my god, how many requests have been sent?
Squawk 4407.
Something's gone very wrong.
Don't know to cancel it.
738, Rebecca, delivery, contact ground on frequency 121.7, bye.
Oh dear. 43 then, please.
Delivery,
And what's the ZFW?
Quant 25 requesting IFA
Ah,
clearance to airport.
Oh,
Well,
we've already called for clearance, so.
Delivery, say again your call sign, please. It's the Qantas 2.
Alright, cool.
where's the
What's-
load sheet?
Yeah, what's your 0 fuel weight?
ZFW is 228.3. Sorry, 228.4.
Great.
228.4.
Yep.
This makes takeoff 265.3, hopefully. Under 300,
Tell me the sense, please.
Packs
Which
on,
sense are you right now?
maybe.
We are currently between taxiway 3 and
Oh, yeah.
taxiway 4.
You put all the rest of the stuff in.
It's Qantas 25. We landed about 5 minutes ago.
Very good.
What? Invalid entry? Why?
Qantas 25, right? Affirmative, Qantas 25, sir.
Why?
Qantas 25, please confirm you have information, Papa.
On the last page.
Information, Papa.
I don't know if I did that
25.
right. Does it have to be a point or? Thought if it's accepted it.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No. Don't
Qantas
understand.
25.
Like it's asking for that, isn't it, first? Dave, you here?
Don't care, I'm putting your name in. Nope, you can't put anything in anything. Dave, come downstairs, please. What? Oh, that's my bad.
08,
No, that's,
right.
that's not my bad.
From where?
Oh, so what we're doing. 08 right.
Yep.
Wind 3208.
Qantas 25, are you ready to copy your clearance?
So hello everybody who's watching the stream this morning.
6 degrees.
So
033.
Nick at the moment is going through our performance
Contact
request
25.
program to get the takeoff
you've got
performance.
Was it 238.9 or something I said, takeoff weight?
228.4 for ZFW.
No, I need takeoff weight.
Qantas 25, ready to copy clearance.
265.3, but then we added 5 to 270.3.
Who, what?
70.3.
270.3.
Departure via the 23 Alpha and squawk 4563. We're good to airport, runway 08 left and squawk
That's Alpha.
4563. Can you just repeat the departure seat, please? Can you just say that about that? I just didn't get you. Qantas 25. Okay, no problem. The departure route is Delta 23 Alpha.
Flight Sim Andy,
Delta
morning
Oscar,
Craig.
Delta Uniform 3 Alpha. SID.
Now, I'm going to assume that you're saying morning
Delta
Craig
3
to
Alpha, Delta 3
me, because
Craig is not here.
Craig isn't here. So
Delta 3 Alpha.
I'm not
Delta
sure quite how to take
Oscar,
that,
Delta
but
Uniform
Where is
Romeo
Craig?
Alpha 3 Alpha.
suffice to say it's not great.
Okay, we'll
But we do have Sam and Nick up front today.
Contact 25,
Ooh,
your
new version of the
correct,
charts.
then contact ground on frequency.
Do an iPad over there for me, or doesn't matter if not.
Bye.
Let's do it on yours.
Oh, it's not.
21.7.
What SID we're on?
125. Thank you.
It's supposed to be the
Correct.
Dodu 3 Alpha, but we haven't got that. We've got the Dodu 2
German
Echo.
Cargo 311 for IFA clearance to Samara.
German cargo 115. Please confirm you have information pop on board.
We got the 2 Alpha.
I have information
Supposed to be a
on
3
board,
Alpha.
it's German Cargo 311.
Whatever the Dodu departure is, because I think the FMC is different to the actual what we've been cleared on anyway, so.
It goes that way, that way,
German
that way.
Cargo 311, right here.
Odd one.
To Samara Airport, runway
No, that'll be
08
alright.
left.
That's pretty much what it is anyway. I
Departure
think it's
is,
just, you know, it's just new
Delta
nav data.
3 Alpha. and
Yeah, that'll do.
Is 4525.
Dodo, yeah, no, that's fine.
This is Samara, 08 left.
Yeah, 3:30 landing.
Departure 4525, German cargo.
Did he give you altitude or?
Excellent, you're
Just as per
correct.
the,
Thank you so much, and contact ground on
Good,
21
no level.
decimal for the startup. Have a nice landing in Samara, bye.
Oh, the end's 100, so we'll just do it as per that.
Yeah.
See what happens. Right, fine. Well, whatever.
How much fuel did we go on for? Still going? Going.
So we're going in
43.
performance.
So you're nearly there.
Oh, interesting.
Staying.
No performance. Error calculating card. Check runway and ICAO.
Oh.
Interesting.
Just to confirm, this is our Qantas 25. Is it a Delta Oscar Delta Uniform 2 Echo departure or a Delta Oscar Delta Uniform 1 Golf departure? Can you just confirm that, please?
Can't I get on the previous page?
Yeah, just twice we have a new chart, new database. So right now, current seat is Dazu 3 Alpha. So you're probably using old charts. Yeah, I think we're using here an older chart. I can give that a go if you want, or can you vector me out?
Just YOLO it.
Contact 25 standby, please.
Go about 50, see what happens. Is it quite a long runway coming in? You got the length there, so we're not stupidly
Good for
heavy. We
Benson,
have
eh?
quite a decent weight though.
His program is working well. I know this is Gary's program, isn't it, this one? It's
Yeah.
Benny's card, so I'll blame both of them. Oh, just don't derate it.
Full power.
Yeah, screw it.
Contact 25, Tashkent delivery. Class 25, go ahead. Contact 25, alright then.
I know we should have done this together, but
We're more than 4.4 though, aren't it?
Echo departure for you. Runway 08 left.
It's final plus reserve.
yeah.
Final plus divert.
So,
Class 25, you cut out there, I didn't hear you properly. Can you repeat your last transition? Yeah, no problem. Contact 25, to Echo departure. Runway 08 left.
Yes, as Mrs. Flight Sim Andy says, it is a fixed base simulator, so there's no motion. Although to be honest, when you're flying it, it does feel. You know, you do get a set because the visuals wrap around. You've got no other reference outside. It does feel. You do get the sense almost that you are moving. But as mentioned, you know, the big issue with motion, apart from the cost, is the space you need. About 50 feet of height. Big space to be able to use to be able to put any sort of motion platform in.
Thank you so much. Have a nice flight by contact ground frequency.
You got Archim, please, Simon.
Yep. So
1217.
Send back, whatever.
Thank you. See you next year.
See you next year. Pretty much.
I can figure out the page. That's all.
that one, yeah.
20%.
What a surprise.
Nothing in the centre.
Going full power, yeah.
Well, we haven't got any performance. We can't. We need to go, so we won't faff around.
Yeah, no worries. Do you want to do the pre-flight checklist?
Late then.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, squawk mark, standby please.
47 Charlie.
Full start. Oh no, pre-flight. We need to do that. Inspection and security.
Completed.
Oxygen.
Thank you.
Tested 100%.
Flight instruments.
I've got heading 206, 206, 206, and 1,350 on 1033.
Heart brake.
Is
Simon, you look so different sitting back in that seat. Well,
set.
In a good way or in a bad way?
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
PFD.
Got V2 149, LNAV, VNAV, and 10,000 set.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 126, VR 132 set.
CD pre-flight.
Completed.
Taxi and takeoff brief.
For the end. Completed.
Pre-flight complete.
Probably want to do the before start as well.
Foresight checks, flight deck door.
Doors unlocked.
Passenger signs.
On.
Beacon.
Both.
And transponder. Well, he'll have to stay on standby because he's going to start getting angry again, isn't he?
Yep. No problem.
121.
Start. I knew I don't think we need push.
Please confirm you have information cubic.
I'll turn the terrain override off. You think?
We might get up on the way out.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, request start.
Stand by.
Might just want to recycle the yaw damper, which is just.
Yay.
Alpha Sierra Yankee 1.
How hard is this start approved?
Right now.
Makes no difference.
I know, some of the local ATC is just so bad, isn't it?
Stand by, baby.
Especially as all of us are going the same place. It's like the clearance is the same for everyone, just
Yeah.
squawk it's just like...
Alpha Sierra Yankee 121, please check your flight plan and your route. Is it uncorrected, right?
Chris, everyone 21 is officially worldwide team.
It's not going to give us any information. We're not going to do our times or anything at all.
I don't know how it works, so...
Any idea? We're not bothered about the performance as such,
No.
just more the actual login.
Isn't it 8 right?
Yeah.
Delivery, everyone 21, flight plan evening was that present we were going from uniform Tango to uniform whiskey, and the plan will be in shortly.
Call them again.
Yep.
AC1 to 1 negative, so your flight plan is still the same.
Really understand that. We were advised via text to initiate clearance delivery immediately on land to expedite our departure.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, request start.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, please contact ground frequency 121.7. Have a nice flight. Bye.
Oh my god.
1.7. Noticed said that before.
Yeah, exactly.
Ground A, Speedbird 47 Charlie, request start.
Yeah, which key do you use when the it's a negative temperature? There is a plus and minus button on the bottom right of the keypad, which enables you to put a negative symbol in front of the figure.
That's the same.
FSX Simmer 785. How long is this flight?
About 2.5 airborne.
About 2.5 hours.
However, how long it takes us to get airborne
Request
is
start.
anyone's guess.
Just see if it does something automatically, potentially.
Yeah. Try it again now. See if it will do it. No, it's still not having it, is it?
Did you get anything useful out of that?
No, it's not.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, request start.
Speedbird 47 Charlie for start out on stand to proof finish 1033.
Start approved 1033, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Clear to pressurise.
Animator web.
Want to start 3 and 4 when you're ready.
Not a real flight in the sense. No, this is a simulator.
Don't want to do that.
Got 2 degrees instead of 6, didn't it?
Stevens
That is
1081
possibly
with you.
because the TAC
Request,
probes aren't
startup
very
engine.
reliable when there's no airflow over them. I
Right.
don't know how well Hardy's simulated that, but knowing Hardy,
Makes sense.
Stevens 1081, for start up on student to finish 1023.
Startup approved to
Expected. Let's do a good start. Start 1 and 2, please.
Tashkent Tower 127.4. 120.4, correct.
when I talk to the pilots hear my voice, well, they do by virtue of the fact, obviously it's just through, it goes through our intercom system, and obviously I'm only sitting a couple of feet behind them as well. Good morning, JCS 008.
As expected as well.
With starting up all the engines now, starting them up 2 at a time. The 747 has an excellent APU, lots of puff. That means we can normally start 2 engines at once. But there are some circumstances when we can't, stream fans. Does anybody know what they might be?
There we go.
Good.
I think.
Yeah, FCAR goes on. Yeah, so flap 20, please.
The one thing I didn't do, recall, I remember. All the doors are open. The door program not working either.
Yes, not.
Not a
It will
The
be
sim
shut
is not
moment.
so happy at the moment. Anyway, got no tank to eng, so that's all good anyway.
Boom. Yeah, status, and I'll do flight controls then.
Ah.
Left. Right. Up. Be quite limiting for Benny.
Yep.
Relatively left. And right, that's not having it, but I'm sure we'll be fine anyway.
That doesn't show, I don't think, does it? It's just the rudder.
Problem. Before taxi checklist then, please.
For taxi, flight controls,
Right, checked.
anti-ice,
It's auto.
a recall,
so yes,
Checked.
Mr.
auto brake.
Yes,
There's
very
RTO.
good, some good answers
Flaps.
on the
Buoyancy
stream.
selectors.
Yes, high temperature is the
Tanker
main one. Over
clearance.
if the temperature outside is over
See?
30 degrees Celsius, we have to do an auto start on the
On the
individual
doors.
engines. There's also another circumstance where we might have to do a manual start, and that would be if we're at a high
Bit of a
altitude
47
airfield,
Charlie
if we're
request
above 8,000 feet. I think. Can't quite remember that. Anyway, if we're above a certain altitude,
Stevens
then we would
1081,
need to do a
we are ready for
manual
taxi.
start, and that would be on individual engines as well.
Cool. All good.
Have we got the scenery over there? Got the scenery and we're just completely off.
Holding point 0 left. Stevens 108.
Assuming they've got it and we have.
Is it complicated?
Bluebird 47 Charlie request taxi.
I mean, obviously what you see at the moment is the actual construction of the shell. It's
Holding point speed 47 Charlie.
quite
No, I knew what
straightforward.
it said was.
Making everything
Follow
interface
that.
work with
Right, radio's
the
yours.
simulator with PSX. You know,
Got the flight plan
interfacing
stuff.
real aircraft parts with the simulator, that is very difficult indeed and requires an awful lot of expertise and skill.
737 coming, we should be ahead of him. Oh, Craig's lights are going 10 to the dozen.
Yeah.
Speedbird 47
Just follow that.
Charlie, please stop taxi.
Stopping 47 Charlie.
Deary me. Do the before takeoff checklist anyway.
Maybe a while.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, you ready for progressive station?
FM speed 47 Charlie.
Why not, let's go there.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, now you on holding ground runway 08 left. You will
Why
not
not?
have any use in
Go back to the same angle and see.
Contact tower 120 destinate call, have a nice flight.
204 speed 47 Charlie. Whatever, I'm not even interested. 1204 was it?
X-Wing, no, as pointed out, it's P3D version 3 for the visuals, and the actual simulator itself
Nice,
the
cabin
up to
ready?
is PSX.
Wish you soft landing, thank you very much, bye bye.
Move takeoff 08 left, I'm sorry, departure 125, just ensure after takeoff.
Gary, this is Tashkent.
Tallow speed was 47 Charlie, ready and turn.
Speedbird person Charlie, good Jason, this is Tower number 3 for departure, please hold position, break, Virgin 738.
And do the before takeoff checklist.
Boeing 737, line up and wait from the 0 left.
Before takeoff, final load sheet.
Acknowledged.
Flaps.
20
Trim.
is 600.
Takeoff brief.
Updated.
Runway speed, sequence V nav. Cabin report.
Received.
And transponder.
So, yeah,
John, speak to you soon. Landscape, so we're,
Is there anything
we're
we're
going,
holding there
actually
then? Is that the
the
issue?
bot needs updating ever so slightly, so we are now departing from Tashkent and we're heading to
On the wrong
Samara.
scenery, aren't we? Is that a
Yeah.
runway here?
Yeah, it's this one where it's...
Yeah. I think he's just getting a bit worried because we got the wrong old scenery or something.
Gary, we're number 3. Possibly number 2 now.
Japan 975 runway 0 left, clear to cross runway, head to taxiway 4 and contact ground on 121.7, bye.
Use to cross runway at left and in the other side contact ground 121.7. Thank you, bye bye.
Okay, well we're only like an hour late. Oh.
This is the Tashkent scenery that Gary was looking forward to.
Nobody
said,
look
"I'd like to be
outside,
able to
all
fix it."
look in the flight deck.
That's a good point actually, I suppose, is it below the orbit stuff?
Pain in the backside to do it then, you got...
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes, Virgin 738, runway 0 left, cleared for takeoff, surface wind 32 radius, 6 knots, to departure.
Moment of truth.
Approach on 125, wish you a pleasant flight, bye.
Clear for takeoff.
Oh.
Contact departures 125 decimal.
Oh, well, that's better.
That's much better.
Con Critter,
Right.
yes. You sort of get used to it actually. When you're, the more you listen to
Just
it,
wait
when
here,
you
he told us
know
to
what you're
hold.
expecting to hear to a certain extent. You know what sequence of instructions you're likely
It's
to
cleared
get.
us to line up.
and you
Huh?
kind of,
I
your
think
ear
it's
kind
cleared
of
us to line
becomes attuned. Thank you very much, Gary. That's very kind of you.
There's something about 8 left. Let's go down.
He hasn't even been cleared. Oh, is he gone?
Yeah.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, acknowledge left transmission.
What? So
They line up 8 left.
I line up at their face, 47 Charlie. His mic is so bad.
Yeah.
Stevens 1081 Tower.
Stevens 1081. Go ahead.
Stevens
Morning, Cyberbob.
And the arrival was quite positive.
Departure, hold position, before runway 0 left.
Light me up.
Hold position before runway 0 left. Stevens 1081.
Light me up.
Morning.
Well done, Gary.
Steve, I think.
Yeah.
Much better, Gary.
Yeah, I can see the runway now.
Really?
Oh, there's a UFO up there.
Oh yeah. Craig's lights are broken.
Yeah.
One over there to the right as well.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I can't hear myself.
No, I can't hear myself.
Oh, go
either,
into
but I think
PS.
that we're
Go into PSX.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, runway 0 left, cleared for takeoff, surface
Right, have one.
That one,
yeah.
After departure,
Hit the fly int button.
5.2, wish you at Worldflight and South London.
There,
Thank you very
yeah.
much. Bye-bye.
Clear takeoff, 8 left, and 125.2. So we're 47 Charlie.
Don't know if that was right or not. We might want to double check.
Stevens 1081 after departure, the
Stabilize.
47 of Speedbird.
And thrust.
Runway 0 left, we'll line up and wait.
Behind to starting.
Hello. Hello. Oh, there, that's better.
Stevens 1081.
Now in the present crane 215.
80 knots, check.
On base 40, right wheel approach.
Crane 2155.
B1. Rotate.
This is Tower. Do we have the runway in sight?
Affirmative, runway
Close climb.
22
You're up.
in present crane 215.
Crane 2154.
Full power, taking us off like some.
Anti-thrust procedures are in force.
Well, they didn't calculate the temperature, so
We just went for it.
pretty
Well,
much.
Yeah, no
Not
performance
for
at all.
want of trying.
On a speed intervener.
What do you want?
Oh.
What we're doing now is speed intervener.
No,
Until we get around the corner and then we'll start to clean up and accelerate.
Yeah.
I shall investigate.
Perf didn't do it, the
Contact
doors
the
didn't
pilot.
shut, we have to do it manually.
You do have to do the doors.
And we can't put any of the crew details in, it just says invalid entry when you try and put anything in.
We don't have anything that automatically does doors.
Could you just repeat that?
So the doors won't shut unless Simon hits the button.
Oh, right. I thought that was sorted.
So that's correct, isn't it? Yeah.
Continue as filed. Descend flight level 80. Expect LS runway 08 right.
Flap 10, please.
80, expect LS 08 right.
When we were trying to put stuff in there, it just said
Go on,
invalid
put
entry.
something in then.
You got to put that first, have you?
No, just put something in. That's because it's not 5 characters, it is an invalid entry.
No, it's got to be 5 characters. Oh, I
Every
don't know.
pilot has a pilot code that's 5 characters.
See?
So you could give
What,
him
5?
Sam UW for Sam UWell.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, approach.
Operator error.
I see.
Runway and the 1217 and yeah, we have the crossing green. Race Ukraine 215. Continue with the over.
Oh.
Oh.
Roger, low speed 47 Charlie.
It would appear we're not receiving. Well, that one. The receive light is.
Oh, hang on, that one. Can you hear ATC?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because we haven't turned it on.
Oh.
Turn it on for our
What was that message?
Oh, they contacted us, they tried.
There we are.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Coming Bacon.
What was that message, Simon?
What was that? Sorry?
What was the message?
I didn't. Please contact me on 125.2.
Departure speed 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, this is Tashkent approach. Identified W12 Alpha climb, flight level 380.
Climb flat 380, speed 47 Charlie.
All teams on Worldflight, we have to prioritise the victims on service.
Oops.
Yeah. Dan spoke to Flo earlier. On.
Wanna go standard?
Seems to, where's the thing?
It's doing it.
Might they send us to, do it now? There we go. And they have to take off checklist, please.
We're good, we're fine. Okay, after takeoff. Landing gear.
Is up enough?
Flaps.
Up.
Aircon pressurization.
Pressurising.
Altimeters.
I've got 114 stand set and cross checked.
Speedbird
Check, sir.
42 and Victor Tower 120.4, 7 please.
Might as well do passing flight level 119, flight level 380 stand set and cross check.
Student 1081 with you.
No. Done.
Student 1081 Tashkent approach, identified to the door climb, flight level 30.
Flight level 30, student 1081.
Speedbird 42 contact tower 120.4, banter.
Student 1081.
Curiously, the vertical speed window is open.
00.
No.
Speed 1081 on the climb, flight
Sam,
level 380.
you just go to VS and then back to VNav again.
380 to the
Yeah.
ground. Stevens 1081.
Hello. Oh, it's Mavis. Yes, 1 minute.
Not really. Not especially, just cups. Lots of cups.
There's a glass there for when you do come back.
It's fine. Yeah. I sort of assumed that having the station earlier.
West 41 Charlie, and the Aviation Center 132.85. Bye bye.
13285, Spear 47 Charlie, bye.
Yes.
Questions in endurance 34, request radio check.
Station point for radio check.
We're going to be landing at night then.
You what?
Are we going to be landing at night?
Yeah,
Like
probably.
it's starting to get dark, doesn't it?
Central low speed 47 Charlie, climbing flight level 380. Make a note.
The cost index 90 now. That's made much difference.
Speedboat 47 Charlie, hello again.
Okay then.
Hello.
Speedboat 47 Charlie, maintain flight level 240 due to traffic in
Unable.
We've already gone through that, descending down to 240, speed 47 Charlie. Fucking competence.
Yep.
Speedboat 47 Charlie.
At least there's a climb now.
Maintain your present flight level and I will give you instructions for the climb.
Okay, 47 Charlie. Yeah.
Defend. Send down. What's the point? We get the details in then.
Yeah, I managed. I didn't realise it had to be 5 characters, so fair enough.
Now is it going to give me the magic number when I crash again?
What was it last time?
510.
Oh yeah.
But thankfully I think Steve's was about 650.
Was it?
Judging by the numbers.
Speedboat 47 Charlie, climb flight level 260 for now.
Climb flight 260, speed 47 Charlie. 60 check.
We ahead of the pack then, do you know all?
I don't know. Let me got that spy on here.
No, I think you might have to manually load it.
Hughes 1081 at Dover, flight level 210.
Hughes 1081, hello. Climb flight level 260.
260, Steels 1081.
Go.
Speedboat 47 Charlie, climb to your ascent flight level unrestricted.
Climb level 380, speed 47 Charlie.
Well, he should
That's
know what
not
our level
ambiguous
is.
at all, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Gotta love.
Center velocity 738, passing 286 for 380.
Thompson 1 Victor Bravo just landing
Really?
at the previous.
Velocity 738.
Well, you gotta stay in it to win it.
Level 380.
Once you're behind, that's it. Just gotta keep going.
380, velocity 738.
He's been spraying the Febreze around again. Smell it.
Oh, you need it once Gary's been in.
Yeah.
We're not a million miles behind. I mean, we're not at the front, but we're not. I think there's still plenty of people still to come behind us.
The red one is mine. Would you like me to move it up a bit? Okay.
wonder what speed this guy's doing in front of us, who's like 15 miles ahead. He was panicking over earlier.
Oh well.
The one that we're about to outclimb.
Sorry?
Yeah.
I was just going to find out. That is velocity 738. So it's a 737, so not very quick is the answer.
So he was panicking earlier and stopped us, and now he's given us an unrestricted climb on the same flight plan as him, and he's slower.
Yep.
Quality Russian control, eh?
And he's filed at the same altitude as well. So,
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Well, we're going to get there first,
yes.
so
yeah.
game on.
Yeah.
Well, our Optiman's 3.6 anyway, so if it notices it soon enough, good. We're going to be a lot faster anyway as well.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
going Mach 9.
Yeah, we'll just go up. We'll overtake him from above. Yeah, we'll just keep going.
Oh dear.
A small clean.
That's just Mavis, people, don't worry.
Some airlines would do the cleaning in the turnaround, but Simfest Airways.
We don't have time for cleaning in the turnaround.
The only problem with going west now, I bet we're going to have headwinds for the majority of the rest of the trip.
Hold on, which way are we routing? Mostly. So we go northwest. Oh well, we don't get to see Chernobyl. The next crew might. That's west of Kiev.
We'll be able to smell Gary and Craig's asses as I hope like we're flying over the radiation.
It's quite cool looking at Chernobyl from above.
What does it look like? Just like...
Well, it looks a big industrial area, but it's got a big sarcophagus that's kind of over the old reactor. Big.
Oh really?
Big concrete thing they built over it.
You got any pictures though?
No, I haven't actually. I meant to take one. Next time I go there, I'll take a picture. But
good stuff.
I didn't actually realise we flew over it, and then the cabin crew dinged in and was like, "There's Chernobyl over there." I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, pretty cool." We're going to where's that? Where are those bits of paper? Oh, it's in front of me. I think Pete said this is Uzbekistan or something we're coming to now, is it?
We're already in Uzbekistan, I think.
Oh, are we straight away?
After you.
Oh, no, Kazakhstan or something. Oh no, it's on the previous sheet, not this one. Well, Dave's taken them all, hasn't he? Yeah. I'm sure he said after departure you go from Uzbekistan to Kazakhstan. And then into to Kiev.
Yep, Sam, I'll hopefully do a lot better on the landing today than I did yesterday anyway, so we shall see. As long as my first officer gets me in a nice stable position.
We'll try. Should be interesting anyway. Where are the notes?
That's the short runway, isn't it? So
if we're on 2-3, yeah, we'll have to make sure we're down though. Yeah, there's no easy way to lose track miles, so we'll just have to. If we get down low and we end up burning a load of fuel by being low,
yeah, we'll get config early and yeah.
Yeah, we'll get config early. Very short runway, not for the light-hearted. If there's snow about, well, let's hope not.
Right, well it's Cav okay. 360 at 7. Is it 33 we don't have, or?
Yeah.
Right, okay. 6 degrees 1013 with no sig. Ah, you're right.
No, I guess.
Right. We'll have to see.
So, what does it say here?
1081, flight level 260.
Note the low approach angle on some approaches 2.7 degrees. That is crazy.
Yeah.
A very low platform altitude of 1700 feet QNH. You're gonna have to be stable early.
Stevens 1081, flight level 260.
We've got to be careful with our rate of descent because we may get terrain cautions.
We'll just leave it off for the driver as well.
Climb flight level 380, Stevens 1081, thank you.
Or you can enter the ILS manually for 3-3. But I guess...
Depends what everyone else, because if everyone else has got 3-3, then they're not going to want to put us.
Well, the problem is I don't know whether it's in here at all. So if we tune the ILS, you might not even, like manually, you might not be able to get it. I don't know whether it means it's just not in the database with FMCs, or whether it's...
That's my green tea. Send with you, Russian FSS. Speed recorded, approximate inbound D-dial, roughly 600 miles to the north.
Let's have a look.
Flight level 240.
Anyway,
Look
turn
at
well,
that.
yes, we are in a fixed base Boeing 747-400 simulator.
Speed, the Foxtrot, climb flight level 360, posting direct to climbing 360.
Let's see how we're doing with this traffic in front.
Thank you. And good morning to the other
About 5 miles, and he's 2,000 below and climb.
So he is... yeah, 7 miles. It depends whether he stops here.
He's not
2,000
going
feet
to.
below. What's our max? 498. 398.
398, yeah.
So do you remember the TCAS RA procedure?
Well, you know, that's the thing. If you're at your service ceiling and you get a TCAS climb, that's the decision you got to make. Bear in mind, if you overpressure your cabin, then you could be in a bit of trouble. Right, so where are we? We are going ILS 33. So I just don't know whether it's just not in the FMC database, or whether the ILS frequency actually exists if we manually tune it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's even in there. That's the thing. It's
Alpha 12125. We
Looks
could
like it's going
climb.
back down now.
We would.
It
If we needed
is.
to, we could. I was speaking to say Alpha 12125. Can you climb 39,000? We could. It would be a non-standard level
Got
from the
the,
direction of flight. We
UFO
might come across
12
somebody
anyway.
coming the other way. But yeah, I mean, if we did get a climb resolution advisory with, then we could. We have got some spare performance to climb. Jamaican user, we are headed to Samara.
has he been climbing? Oh, is he going to stop now?
I don't think so.
You are actually in TA only at the moment.
Maybe.
I thought the TCAS might have shown us at least an amber or something.
Well, you're in TA only actually at the moment.
Are we?
Right. Tara.
Maybe.
There you go.
47 Charlie, turn left 20 degrees toward the traffic that is climbing
You mean that?
in front of you. Brake, velocity 738,
He finally notices with 4 miles separation between an aircraft, mate, a 20-degree turn ain't going to do shit.
Turn left 20 degrees for noise abatement.
Yeah, for noise abatement. Yeah, very big noise abatement.
velocity 738.
Maybe we should stay in TA only.
Firejack 007. So this is online. This is other real traffic, real ATC over the internet.
Traffic behind you is here, and she is much faster than you.
We are flying J4421. We've just departed Tashkent, and we're now on our way to Samara.
He's descended him. Okay, so we're now 3 miles and 300 feet apart.
This will be an interesting air prox report.
It sounds like a normal day in Russia to me.
What's the 738? We'll watch for traffic.
Can't miss us, mate.
Sure, if the models are a little bit better, we'll be able to see them a lot clearer than that.
Thompson 3 Bravo Charlie with you, climbing through flight level 180.
Well, say it's supposed to be descending, he seems to be now at the same level when he was 300 below.
Roger, climbing flight level 350, Thompson 3 Bravo Charlie. Good morning, Scandinavian 072, also north of the track, inbound outbound, climbing through flight level 2.
Oh, you gotta love that, Sim.
Yep. What do you want to do on arrival then? Should we risk the other ILS or should we just go for it?
Camera, one of us is a real pilot, but can you guess who?
I think we'll have to wait till maybe we get a bit closer, I guess. See what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
I said I just don't know whether that frequency's in the database or not. I guess not, as Peter's written this. I guess it's not in. But then he put enter it manually, but I don't know whether that means, you know, going on av style and putting waypoints in. But that sounds like too much hard work to me.
Well, so we'll just go auto brake 3, potentially auto brake 4.
Yeah, if we're on runway 33, I think we'll be alright in 3, won't we? Because this stops really quick.
You could, of course, use the QRH and see what your auto brake landing distance is.
Yeah, I think we'd be alright with 3, to be honest.
Do you get the call?
Can't even be bothered with him. We'll just do our own thing.
100 degrees to the right and we'll watch out for the traffic. Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Where's the other sheet gone? There was one here that had landing distances, doesn't it? There we go.
Yeah, but does that take into account how much I float it?
No, of course not. Auto brake, how long's the runway?
Was it 2,300?
2,300. Well, I said you could do brakes 2 here.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
wouldn't
not
advise that. No, I reckon we'd be right. I mean, this thing stops quick, doesn't it? I reckon brake 3 would be fine. Brake 3 and even idle reverse. And if you float, then full reverse.
No worries.
And that's based on 290 tons landing, and we're estimating. Where's the load sheet? Lost it.
That was mate. No, not me.
Estimated landing is 240-ish,
Sean asked
so we're well under anyway.
Assuming you're looking at from the front to the back, then yes, you are correct.
So that's 10, 400 under that. 400, yeah. I mean, if you nailed it, you could brake to it easy. But yeah, I reckon
we'll
brake 3
then,
idle, and then we've got the option. No, that's the wrong one. Oh. What do I do with the checklist?
Put it down there.
Oh, good. Right, fine. Can't see him anymore.
No, it's just off to the right though, isn't it?
Is he behind us? No. Be out of
just off the visual.
the visual range. What you should have done a very long time ago is put us on a parallel heading.
Or I should have stopped him at 3.6.
Or stop the guy at 3.6. Yeah.
Or if he was doing it properly, he would have had us stopping early. Climbing us up in intervals. Who were behind and staying on the same track.
I know, but if it's a heavier aircraft, a faster aircraft, a lot of the time if there's a slow one in front, they'll stop them early.
Oh, will they?
Yeah, because otherwise you just end up, you never win then, because you'll undertake from underneath, so yeah, sometimes they'll stop you if there's a faster one behind.
Yeah, we trying some new radio functions here, so...
But especially in Russia, I can't imagine, it's not busy airspace, is it? So you could quite easily parallel stuff over a very wide area.
Yeah.
So.
Hi Cameron, no, not me.
Or whatever stan we're in.
Yeah. I'll be back in 2 moments.
Oh, will you?
I will.
No stamina. Bring me a drink. Right, what can I do? Look at that weather radar.
It is.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Samara, between 18,000 for flight level 360.
I mean, I think I think if you, I think the red and the purple is accurate in the sense that if you fly into it, you'll get bumped around. But I think the display is that's where that's.
Because there's not even anything
know.
there.
No,
It's cab okay.
yeah.
And you've got this nonsense on the weather radar. Look at that. They just don't look like that. Terrain. I need terrain.
Afternoon, Vincent.
Oh, we've still inhibited the train. Actually, that's a good point. Do you want to?
Yeah. Do I need to do that on here? Or
Yeah,
if
the
you
bus doesn't
recycle it
work.
on,
Yeah,
of course, yeah.
I think you've got to do it on that one.
There we go.
Scandinavian 072, proceed, bearings to baseline T2. 072, bearing T2, thank you.
What's our ETA? How are we doing for time?
1406. Oh, thank you. Yeah, cheers, that'll do. What time were we meant to be doing? I can't remember now.
I can have a look if...
That, you haven't got an arrival in, I guess, have you?
No, not yet.
Okay, so that might go up a little bit, but be thereabouts.
We're supposed to get there at 13:45.
Oh, we might only be half hour late then. Well, depending on what chaos is the other end.
I'm going to be quite ahead of everyone else. Have a tea, please.
Coffee, please.
Coffee, please. Thanks, Gary. We don't actually. What speed's this guy going at? He seems.
Oh, it'll be about
7.8
at the most, probably.
7.8. We don't seem to be overtaking him very quickly. We're doing Mach 9.
Well, I don't know, mate. I'm trying to think how hard have we pushed the BBJ in the past?
8.2, 8.3 maybe at the most. 8.3, yeah. Maybe. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
What's the we're doing for? Yeah.
Max then. That's max we can do.
Well, we can't do any more than Mach 9. 0.9. I wish we could do Mach 9.
I'm not sure that the ATC would be able to cope if we could, though.
Yeah. Probably the best bit. I don't think they can cope now, to be honest, at 0.9.
Might have some energy management issues as well. The approach.
Craig Saber's doing the next flight then as social. Close to myself.
If it was a real flight, we would not be dressed like that. Yeah, we don't. We don't dress up in shirt, tie, and little rank tags. Unfortunately, no. We're in corporate attire.
Yes.
We're not.
You are wearing your stripes. You're that proud of.
We're not. We're not that sad that we're going to wear uniform.
Vincent would like to know what is the current fuel flow. We can probably provide that.
Probably can. There you go. If you can see that.
2.6.
Hopefully that might appear at the bottom very shortly.
About 10.4, yeah.
We actually planned for this cost index anyway, so it's all in the flight plan for the fuel. Unfortunately with Worldflight this might not be too economic flying at Mach 0.9, but we're usually playing catch up here and there, so you have to kind of fly flat out most of the time. The advantage of flying the 7.4 over the 7.3 of course.
Indeed.
Be a little bit quicker.
Slowly getting there now on him, I think.
Yeah, we're gradually pulling away from him.
Sure it's a descent 370 though.
47 Charlie, entry speed 738, resume on navigation.
Navigation speed 47 Charlie.
Can't see the point in direction.
Well,
we're just going to climb up and be the same level anyway.
How far away are we?
Center level 001, leaving flight level 380.
It might be more about 2.5 behind.
No, he's nearly 10. That's like 8 or something he's behind us.
Oh, really?
Oh, we'll give him a little bit. Yeah, we'll just gradually do it.
Next up is Transavia 101. So another 737.
No, failures aren't on. It's difficult enough to fly compared to flights as it is, even with fully normal operations. I think everybody kind of takes it for granted that because you sit at home and fly your PC, myself very much in that group, that you think it's quite easy. And then when you come here and do it yourself, it's a completely different level. In real world, obviously we've got a lot of people that do fly and are fortunate enough to do it for jobs. I'm sure they find it a little bit easier than the rest of us, but even still coming from sort of a GA sort of background and doing many hours in the sim, safe to say, unfortunately, it doesn't get you very far in this.
Yeah, this is nothing like doing it at home on flight sim. It's incredibly easy on flight sim, really.
Those people that have PSX, it's a little bit better. It does kind of, it's a lot better than the actual flight sim, a lot more realistic, but still in term, unfortunately, it's not quite the same as doing this.
Hello.
Oh,
Thank you very much. That looks like coffee.
caffeine, thank you. And of course, no flight would be without coffee. That is the most realistic part of this week. Cup of coffee in the flight deck. Always.
On the MEL, isn't it?
Yeah, every half hour on the half hour. That's it, it's on the MEL. If you don't have the, we haven't got the urns in the galley, that's it, we don't go. MEL, definitely. Must have hot water. I think pretty much every pilot has a caffeine addiction. Fortunately, a necessary evil. How far is he now? Oh, it must be like 10 miles odd, so I think we're good. We should have gone direct to Kiev, because all he said was resume navigation. He didn't actually say where to, so we should have just gone direct final for runway 32 or whatever we're going, 23. Oh, it's near enough a straight line anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Only wiggles slightly.
Flight Sim Andy, actually, information-wise, I think the 747 is quite nice in terms of how it presents everything to you. And I'd say actually the biggest difference between this and doing it at home on a desktop sim is not so much what's in front of you, but it's more to do with actually having to locate everything in 3D space around you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can always tell, like on your PC, it's so easy because everything's right next. But here, you're like, even though you know what it looks like, you're like, it's somewhere.
And even when you've got that down, I think the hardest, well, the next hardest thing is going from doing everything yourself to actually having roles and responsibilities, and not being the one doing absolutely everything, especially the way that the BA operate things with the FO or the P2 doing quite a lot of the work.
Everything's green. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. I meant to press that one. Go away.
Vincent, SAT, saturated air temperature, which is on prog, page 2.
Got you on that. Minus 51. So we're actually ISO plus at the moment, which is quite surprising.
Yeah.
Although I suppose it's not the middle of winter yet. If I had a calculator I could work it out, but I'm too lazy to figure it out.
It's 38.
So we're probably, it's plus about 10, no 8 plus 8 or something, plus 7 plus 8. Can this actually tell you on this?
I don't think it does on the 7.4.
My god, even the Embraer does that. Where's my minus 50? Yeah, maybe about 6 or something. ISO plus 6. I suppose ISO plus is something you're not bothered about in a jumbo.
Yeah, that's it.
XRs.
Everything in auto.
Well, no, it just affects your climb rates and stuff like that. When you can really, probably not in a jumbo, but in fact maybe in a jumbo. If you're really heavy at max weight, you would tell the difference. But even plus 10 can make a massive difference.
Starting to get dark now.
Yep, it's coming into night time. Oh, plus 5, there we go, someone's worked it. I suppose technically it goes minus to 56, doesn't it? And then that's at the chopper pause, but depends on the level. Actually, good thing with PSX. In fact, PSX has got, I can't remember now with the chopper pause. It actually sets it, doesn't it?
What's that, sorry?
PSX with the chopper pause, it doesn't. I can't remember if it does it.
I think, is it modelled? It's like it sort of takes some data and it kind of makes a guess, a bit like the jet streams. I think.
Yeah. Guesses. I can't remember because I haven't used PSX for ages. I can't remember. But there is a function where you can actually change it with the PSX where the chopper pause is. But I couldn't remember whether it was random or whether it actually took it for Met or not.
I think we departed Tashkent or whatever it was called.
Well, actually, it will be in effect because it's being fed from active sky.
Yeah.
So the temperature-wise, it'll be.
But there's actually a page on the instructor station to do with chopper pause, and actually shows you where I can't remember now. I said I haven't used PSX on my computer for ages. I don't even know if I've still got it installed.
Yeah, weather, planet. Yeah, so you can choose variable by latitude and season or constantly 36,000 feet.
It's incredibly complex, PSX. Even with the weather, when you look at everything that Hardy's done, it's just incredible, really.
We're flying to Samara in Ukraine, I believe.
Yep, Samara.
Uzbekistan.
That's
sorry,
where we came
that's
from.
where we came from.
Yeah.
It was Tashkent. Yeah, Samara. Is Ukraine, isn't it? I think. Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Kiev sort of area.
Not sure, you know. I think it's.
Asia Central, good day. Ukraine 457 with you, flight level 170, climbing 300.
Russia, a city on the eastern bank of the Volga River.
There we go.
Continue climb 300 and we
I wonder if
now
Vasily is controlling.
our vertical speed to 2000.
Does he only do UK?
Higher.
Yeah, see-through.
Silly.
We do all these flights, we've got all this signal, still have no idea where we're going.
No.
Put it in the box.
This again, you was walking 457.
That's what it's like in the real world, though.
Lots of these places.
No, I mean you have a rough idea, but like all you know, like what's on the MFD, whatever on the ND is it has waypoints. Occasionally, if you get a passenger who says, "Oh, where are we at the moment?" You're like, "I actually have no idea." I can tell you where we're near a VOR or a waypoint, but as regards to like a town or something, you just got
Do you get that sometimes?
Yeah, occasionally the cabin crew dig through and go, someone's just asking, what are you ever flying at the moment? No idea. Sorry. Or you might look, if you see a VOR or an airport, because we have, I suppose you could today on this, can't you? Yeah. The airports up. You can look at an airport, find out what it is, and go, we're near this airport, but you know, you might know, but like for what town you're just overflown? Well, you don't know because it doesn't say anywhere.
I guess that passengers probably think you've got like GPS, haven't you, on a little map.
Because I mean, even on the aeronautical charts, if you get the charts out, it doesn't have any towns on because it's all high level, it's all airways. I carry an atlas with me sometimes, just out of interest if you go somewhere. So that does have it if you can be bothered to look it up. But
not many airports, is there? Quite a few.
Not a lot of airports around here though. Close in anyway.
They only show the airports that we can actually land at, does it?
I'd imagine so.
So it's filtered by runway length.
Yeah,
I
runway
think.
length.
So, but not necessarily by, possibly by width. Not necessarily,
I think it's length,
but it's certainly length, but not necessarily strength or width.
Right.
There's not a massive amount of airfields if you kind of look. Really, it's not a massive amount. That's on our track there. We're like in a massive black hole.
Yeah.
That's whatever that is, 100. So that's probably at least 150 miles either side of track. There's absolutely nothing for like 300 miles. But then again, you're high up at 380 anyway. So by the time you divert, you're gonna take 100 miles to lose height and go somewhere anyway easily. Airports off too much.
BMI baby, indeed. But did they used to just sort of charter flights then? Sort of your sun runs and your European sort of city breaks and
it was mostly sort of trashy holiday resorts. A lot of stuff in Spain and all that.
The 300.
Yeah, they're all old knackered aircraft. Always tech, just like Jet 2.
Like another certain airline that carries the BMI name.
Yeah. Remember they got an aircraft somewhere from Africa.
You know it's a bad state of affairs when you're
I know, that was it.
Second or third hand aircraft.
They got some rubbish aircraft from Africa, and there was a note in the crew room on the wall saying that some people had noticed some animals, or bugs and insects crawling around the cabin, so the aircraft the week after was being taken out of service for a week to be fumigated. Something real dodgy from Africa where it come from.
I think Jet 2s are all like 15, 20-year-old and
yeah, they're all pretty knackered Jet 2 stuff, aren't they? But
they're starting to get the 800s in there,
yeah,
aren't
they're
they, one by one?
slowly. Yeah, they're always carrying defects.
Would you like some facts about Samara?
Why not? I know nothing about it.
Well, Samara, formerly a closed city, is now a large and important social, political, economic, industrial and cultural centre in European Russia.
Really?
Yeah. It's always been intrinsically linked to the Volga River, which not only has been one of the main commercial thoroughfares of Russia over the centuries, but also has great visual appeal, so that's something to look forward to.
Wow.
Samara's riverfront is considered one of the favourite recreation places for both citizens and tourists.
I see.
What else? What else?
Have any sports?
Several sports clubs are active in the city. None that you've heard of.
Great.
Samara is also a popular venue for national and international ice speedway, and the city won the Russian Ice Speedway Premier League in 2012 to 2013.
Ice Speedway? Wow, I bet that's quite exciting.
Yeah, I should think so. The football team is Krylia Sovetov Samara. They play in the Russian Premier League.
Alright, let's do a little fuel check at Unito. Maybe? Or maybe not.
Just past Adrem.
Currently overhead,
Not even on the flight plan.
But
maybe that's
NKZ.
because... Oh yes, that's right, Sam, you've got them all in the wrong order. Well done.
I didn't touch them.
You have. Well, they were fine when I had them before you did. And what do we got? We've got 35 points. 5.4. Minus, what did we say was dive plus reserve? 10, 11.
57, turn 20 degrees to the left of track for the climb.
2.2, 18. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, we're about 5 tons up.
Which is, we took 5 tons extra, so that makes
Well,
sense.
so we're pretty much saying, but that's not that's minus the contingency divert final. So yeah, we've still got 2 tons of contingency on top of that.
All right, no worries.
So I suppose technically, yeah, 7 tons to divert. So we've got a little bit of time to play with. The other end, if things aren't going according to plan.
I think we should have overtaken much of the traffic by the time we get there anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, we're near the front, so hopefully it's not too bad.
Relation control, is 10-15, vector request flight level 360, possible?
After the Soviet novelist Vasily Aksionov visited Samara, he remarked, "I'm not sure where in the West one can find such a long and beautiful embankment, possibly only around Lake Geneva."
Really?
Yeah.
We'll be the
Wow.
judge of that.
We'll have to see
Keep
what
your
the
eyes
secret
out.
is like. The flight command is outdated. Yeah, unfortunately we manually have to change the flight commands every time. There's no script that can do it, so someone forgot to do it. Sorry. I don't know if there's anyone upstairs who can change that in Twitch. Nightbot.
Go ahead.
Climb flight level 360, be advised, traffic 25 nautical miles.
He does sound drunk, doesn't he?
Moving slower.
That's Capt.
Been on the vodka.
You jealous?
Or the
That he gets
antifreeze.
the vodka and you don't.
I know. I should have brought my vodka with me. I'm most
Nip to Waitrose after this.
Okay, I need to check my flights actually.
Have a look.
I think I'm in at midnight again till 3 in the morning or something.
Yeah, I think that rings a bell.
And then I think I've only got like then 4 or 5 hours and then I'm back in again. So I could just get wasted tonight and just crash on the floor or the sofa, not go back to the hotel.
Right, you are flying at 5 to 1 with Steve and Dave. And then your flight after that is
0.801 for 975.
hasn't got you down till flying till 12 then.
What, tonight? Or tomorrow morning?
Well, lunchtime. You've got about 10 hours according to this.
Alright, maybe I misunderstood that. I thought I was in the early hours of the morning. I'm quite happy with that. I don't want to be in at 3 o'clock.
Unless, are you doing the social with me and Benny?
Maybe. I'll have to look on the wall. What's on the wall?
There's a red. It's empty.
Right.
Gonna do it,
I'll
so
have a
if
look
you're-
at the at the, because the whiteboard's more accurate than that. So we'll have a look on the way out. I would quite happily not come in at 3 in the morning, but if we have to, we have to.
At least it's not far.
That's the thing with this week, you know, though it's fun and we enjoy ourselves and we have a good laugh, it is really hard work because we're always doing weird shifts and you have to sleep in between shifts sometimes, so you might only have 3 or 4 hours sleep, come in, go back, have another couple of hours sleep, come in and out. So it's quite it's a very tiring week. But it's fun. We have a good laugh.
That's it. It's not always just about the flying.
No,
I think it's more enjoyable
it's more the
sometimes.
social, yeah. We have a good laugh while we're here, behind the scenes. And,
at Craig's expense.
Usually at Craig's expense, yeah.
Well, Craig is here, or well he was. He was last sighted about 2 hours ago
He
now.
was here, he's probably gone home again now, yeah.
For his breakfast. He won't be hungry, but he'll be forcing it down.
And Benny's gone home, I think, for a little snooze. But
He's back at the hotel now. He went home to get a delivery.
He went home to get his
and now he's
delivery.
back at the hotel having a snooze.
So we're doing a bit of live streaming this evening from the kitchen with Cooking for Noobs. So if you want to see Benson attempt to cook something, normally his limit is cheese on toast or something that goes ping in the microwave, so they're going to cook some cookies this evening. So I imagine Dave will probably be doing the cooking and Benny will be sitting there talking or eating the cookie dough mix raw out the bowl.
And I think Craig's just looking
Craig
at Christine.
Craig will just be there for Christine hanging in the background. then tune in tonight. I don't know what time it is, but we will be doing that as well as this. He's gone home to pick up some of his webcams and bits and pieces for the stream, so he'll be back later.
That's on Dave's channel, I think.
Oh, Dave's channel. All right.
His old guy, but I don't know how it's spelled.
Yeah, we'll
link it up.
We'll link it all later once it's all set up and ready to roll.
We're going to go for some of the over-shoulder action on arrival then, or just nose cam it, or?
said, yeah, that's me. I'm Nick. So I guess I'm on the left on your screen, but the right where we are. It's all confusing.
There's two cameras, there's this one and there's the one at the back.
I dive at airfield is UWWW, I think. Is that what the flight plan says? I think so.
Yeah, it's whatever.
UWWW.
Oh no, UWSS.
UWSS?
Yeah, so that's the en route. That's the en route.
Oh, that's the en route one. Alright, okay.
Oh no, hang on.
That's what I assumed it was that one. There's that one, is that one?
Yeah.
Okay, UWWW. No idea what that is or where that is. But that's our diver. Let's hope we don't have to go there. Although depending on the level of ATC, we may end up going there.
Yes.
Depends how long 5 tons lasts.
Yes.
Probably not very long.
Well, no, about half an hour.
Not at 5,000 flap 20.
No,
doing 170.
Significantly less than that.
Temporary social secretary. Hello. Nice to see you again. This year.
Yeah, my landing, so it's Sam that's doing the arrival. For those of you that are interested, we are based to the west of London, fixed base 747 simulator. But just out of curiosity, where's everybody watching from? Are we majority UK based then, or are we over Europe, Australasia, America? Let us know.
You always know it's bad when you wind out the range knob to the full extent and you still can't see the destination.
What's the max range on the ERJ? About 80, because you can't fly that far because you've got 300 kilograms of fuel on board.
God, I can't remember now. No, 160? 160.
Nearly all your flights you can't see anything then.
Yes, you can. We usually do 1,000 miles easy on some of them.
Yeah. You got any sort of charter flights coming up then for the winter? Anything decent or?
Nope. No, not yet.
Might have to do a few of your flights when this CRJ does come out. I appreciate it's not the most realistic thing doing a CRJ, but probably the closest thing to get. I tried the Wilco ERJ.
Oh, goodness.
I installed that about 6 months ago. Thought, let's just see if it's as bad as I remember. Yeah, I didn't even complete one flight.
It's a really bad add-on. What was quite funny was, who was it? Can't remember the name of the guy who did it. It was, who released it the second time round? It wasn't Wilco did it first, then someone else did it.
Yeah, it was Wilco.
Was it the second?
Feel their Wilco the
sorry,
same, aren't they now?
Yeah, so it was Phil there and then it was Wilco the second time. But it was a guy who was doing it who then sold it to Phil for Wilco who was publishing it.
Right. But I think the original version was better than the
Steve was featuring it. What is that banging noise?
It might have been me with the cup holder.
Alright, that's right then. Think.
Great, so we've got a few UK based and a few sort of European. Couple of Germans. Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Are there opportunities for 170, 190 drivers in Europe? Yeah, there's quite a few at the big Embraers, yeah.
Okay, Flybe and BA have got some.
Yeah, I mean in the UK, yeah, there's Flybe and BA, but in Europe, there's a lot of stuff in Europe. You know, Lufthansa have loads of them, and oh god, what are the Spanish people?
Iberia?
Welling.
No, they've got the. Oh god, maybe they're not Spanish then. I thought they were. Oh, it's Dolomiti. No, but they're not Spanish, are they?
No.
Italian.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, Italian. Yeah, so Dolomiti have loads of them. Lot have loads of them. So there's a lot of Embraers in Europe now. They're quite popular. Yeah, so there's quite a few. Quite a few places in Europe that have Embraers.
Would you rather fly one of the other Embraers than
Oh, someone's in Munich. Well done. I'll be in Munich this weekend. Oh, the end of this week. I spend a lot of time in Munich. Doing a bit of work for Lifty at the moment, so yeah. It's been a very hot summer in Munich, that's for sure.
I'll do
there we go.
German to German then.
Wednesday, early Munich. 5:30 report.
I'll just do Bristol to Munich and back. You're not hanging out about.
And then that very ominous 3 days, 2 weeks time, standby, standby, standby. No way, no way.
Yeah.
That won't even get there, that'll get changed before we even get to that week.
Level 680 miles to go. 1411.
Flybe, yeah, they are getting rid of their Embraers slowly. Yeah, unfortunately Flybe screwed up a little bit. They just tried to expand too quick, really. Changed from getting the dash to the big Embraer, and then especially the 190s, and they just tried to expand too quick, and then didn't really have the capability of doing it. So they are indeed getting rid of them slowly. It would be very disappointing if you move from the Dash 8 onto the Embraer and then to go back to the Dash 8 again. That's for sure.
How many are ahead of us?
Or the crash wheat, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I reckon we might overhaul. So it's just about 4 or 5 then. Yeah. Now that should be very minimal delays then.
Oh, so many emails. Really annoying not having phone reception in the hotel.
I know.
There's
Not
no
signed
excuse.
up for the 30 minutes free Wi-Fi.
How much do you get? A half hour or something?
Yeah.
Is that per day or for your whole stay?
I think it's 24 hours.
24 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's £3 for 24 hours.
It's not bad though, is it? £3 compared to some.
Well, if we were staying in the room, I would, but when it's kind of, we're here whilst we're away,
Well, that was
just
my
go ahead
view.
and nap it.
When I booked the room, you could like buy internet in advance, and I was tempted. I can't remember how much it was for the week, and I was tempted to do it. And then I thought, what's the point? I'm literally going to go there for like 5-6 hours a day to sleep. There's just no point.
I think you get, is it not a cumulative sort of 24 hours over, I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Might be wrong. Maybe not.
Where was I last week? I can't remember now. Oh god, where was it? It was the most horrendous cost for internet I've ever seen in my life. I can't remember where it was now, but literally it was like £20 a day for internet.
Really?
In the hotel. And it's like hotel crap Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So it was like 20-25 quid a day. Like, get a life. Just no. I refuse to pay that.
Very extortionate.
I really need to search around for a better phone contract that gives me loads of free calls abroad. I get like free, I can use my data in France and Sweden and Norway now, but now I don't go to Sweden, Norway or France very much.
Right.
And now I'm in Germany a lot, but I don't get anything free in Germany. So
Yeah, I'm with
I need to have a look around and see it'll do me a good deal for...
Yeah, I'm with 3, and then
Yeah,
use
I
it
am
in
as well.
America and things. It's
Yeah,
right for us when
so
we
it's
go
great. There's
there,
loads
yeah.
of places, but it doesn't do Germany. It's
Yeah.
like, ugh. The one place I want it.
Yeah.
380.
True Racing, hello to you.
Oh, you're on the ramp at Munich. Oh well, yeah. Maybe we'll see you then, but yeah. Yeah, there was some really hot days at 35, and I guess it felt even warmer than that on the ramp with the tarmac. Brussels is the same in the summer. Sometimes Brussels is unbearable. It's like sort of 40-45 degrees on the concrete. It's horrendous.
That when you send the FO to do the walk around.
Yeah. I do quite like Munich Airport though. It's quite nice.
Yeah,
It's got
I
nice
flew there
shops.
the other day in flight sim there.
Alright.
Like 2 banks, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's quite cool. They've got like this spotter hill in the middle. It's like a pyramid.
Right.
It's like pyramid shaped, and then it's got like a walkway cut around it going up. I mean, it's a grass mound, but it's the shaped pyramid, so you just like walk up and up and up, get to the top. It's kind of like between the terminals sort of thing, so you can see the spotters on there.
Ah, cool.
It's not as good as Bern though. Bern's excellent. They've literally got a hamster cage. I'm not kidding. It's like a big hamster ball that's made of wire mesh.
Right.
So you can see through it, but it's wire mesh, and it literally is a hamster ball, and they walk up into it. It's just crazy.
I hope you wave to the spotters. Flying by.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you always wave at the people in the hamster ball. This guy has got such a big airspace, isn't he? Literally controlling like the whole of Russia.
Not to us.
No, he's to Southern
Or
Stevens.
I believe it's getting dark. Couldn't quite look like when we get more into the Africa and Europe tomorrow.
Two next waypoints after T2.
Is that us? Really can't understand.
Flight goes
Oh, it's full Delta Fox.
after T2. Buick, Mike Golf, Romeo, Retica. Romeo in
I believe Heathrow about 6:30 in the morning tomorrow, so it's still going to be dark, isn't it?
Yeah, 6.
Omni Atlas, yeah, as they say, most of this real parts from the aircraft. All of the overhead real, the throttle quadrant is real, ACPs and bits and pieces are real. The main instrument panel in front, the MCP, are not, but as mentioned, yeah, we do have a real MCP upstairs, but once our technical genius Mark figures out how to make it work with PSX, it will go in.
Yeah, it's really difficult to try and interface all this stuff. Like, there's a lot of real aircraft bits, like all the radio bits that you probably can't see on the cameras that are down here, the sort of remote control boxes for the radios. They're all the real ones. It's not just a case of plugging a USB into a computer. It all works off something called ARINC, which is the sort of the protocol or the language that all these bits of avionics talk to one another. So there's nothing you can really buy commercially that links that up to a PC and translates it into something that kind of flight sim can understand. So Genius Mark has designed circuit boards for it and all the code for it as well that does it all. So he's managed to get all this stuff working, which is pretty amazing. He just needs to work out the MCP, but if you can imagine, it's kind of a bit of a nightmare with the amount of buttons and knobs that are on it. You've got to work out when you turn something, what variable changes in a bit of code, and then it's quite a lot of work to try and work out what does what. So he's working it. It will be pretty cool though. It's an analog one he's got, so it's not got the digital displays. It's analog clicky things. It's the one that's upstairs actually. I prefer that. I think it's actually pretty cool and sort of suits it more really.
Yeah.
So that'll be really cool when we get that in. That'll be
That off an air Nippon as well, you know.
I don't know where it came from. I guess you have to ask Gary, but yeah.
China Eastern 2.
Is it pretty awesome? Not to say that this isn't.
Well, yeah. Is that a contrail below us to the right? It's just a weird sort of cloud.
Maybe.
Yeah. I was both landing during the day, but oh well.
Where are we in the sim world? That is a very good question.
Just over Kazakhstan, so we're just trying to find more.
We're somewhere in Kazakhstan.
Just sort of heading somewhere a few hundred miles east of the Caspian Sea.
Yeah, ILS 05 then. That's what we're going for.
As I was been telling people.
What's the arrival?
It's getting quite cold in here now. Air conditioning's savage, isn't it?
Yeah. You turn to pack 1 to A.
To A.
Oh, right.
Just for a few minutes. It'll be hot again. Where's this bit of paper I keep looking for? 05. That's what you're saying, yeah?
Judging by the wind, that's what I'm presuming. He hasn't said anything,
Oh,
but
right.
I'm just kind of getting it, so we've got a more accurate sort of figure.
On the Atlas, do they do things differently there? Yes, they do some things differently in Russia. At the flight levels, they now use they don't use metric flight levels anymore. That's now standard RVSM. But below transition, I think I'm right in saying they still use metric meters QFE. So rather than where normally you would be given an altitude, which is reference to sea level. In Russia, normally you'd be given an altitude of feet, which is reference to sea level, and obviously, as you can see, all of our instruments primarily read in feet. In Russia, you'll be given a height above the ground or above the runway threshold, which is based on QFE in meters. So yeah, a few things which are a bit different to consider, especially because British Airways don't allow QFE, or on the 747 certainly QFE operations are permitted, so you have to convert all of the QFE altitudes in meters into QNH altitudes in feet. What could possibly go wrong?
That there. Yeah. Not too many issues flying off an airway, for sure. Although I don't think we want to be flying off an airway near Kiev, or anyway in Ukraine, because that never goes well. We'll be staying on our flight plan in the Ukraine.
Jamaican user, we're around about
20 past.
4th or 5th in line at the moment, which is
20 past, okay. Might be 45 late then, never mind.
The wind's starting to calm down a bit now, at least.
Yeah. Oh, running out of battery. Plug it in. Yes, so what are we now? 55, 1 hour, 2 hours. It's about an hour and 20 till we land, apparently.
Oh. Hour and a half more.
Yeah, so yeah, probably about an hour and a half till we land.
Have we tried interfacing with X-Plane instead of P3D? Why would we want to do that?
We were thinking about X-Plane, I think, at one stage, but I think it's just because of the scenery. That is the main thing with X-Plane. Yeah, there's just
the lights look amazing, don't they? In X-Plane,
yeah,
but it's,
some of the stuff in X-Plane looks really good, but there's just
they're slowly starting to get there now, one by one. I think Aerosoft are supporting X-Plane a lot more now.
I did download X-Plane on my computer. I bought it because we were thinking about doing it like on our home PCs when we were using PSX with it. We went and bought it, like Benny and Dave were like, buy X-Plane, so I bought it. Never loaded it once. I paid like 50 quid or whatever for X-Plane. Never, ever used it. In fact, I think I've uninstalled it now. Never used it once.
I think
waste of money.
I was watching one of Matt Davis's videos where he flew into it. I think there's quite some decent Manchester theory now, but obviously it depends.
I think the default stuff's better than Flight Sim default, isn't it?
Right.
Or something like that. It does look it, from what I've seen, but yeah, it's just the lack of add-on scenery, really. And especially when you've got something like this, sometimes we go to really random airports, so it's kind of nice to have scenery. Otherwise you end up with problems like we had back there. Planning for runway 33 or 23?
05.
Neither.
Yeah. 05 probably. We'll see what
the
wind's
wind is
going on.
360 at 7, so it's not going to be 23, so it's just a matter of...
Yeah. Problem with 33 is with PSX here, it's not in the database for some reason. So even though, which is weird, because 33 is the longer runway, you'd think they would have done that, but for some reason. So we're going to have problems with getting an ILS for 33. So we're going to have to go for 23 or 05, which is pretty short. Definitely getting dark. See the stars.
Yeah. Yeah, sun's just starting to go under the horizon now. So.
Biggest advantage of X-Plane is the freeware community, freeware airports. Higher quality than Aerosoft payware. Yeah, some of Aerosoft stuff's not the best, is it? To be fair, some stuff's good.
I think when Fly Tampa bring out their Amsterdam, that should be quite decent. The KLM stuff. Yeah, we got rid of the MD-11s actually. They used to be quite good trips, those. The German cargo stuff as well. That was years ago now, I think.
Yeah.
I think at the time the MD-11 looked amazing. Now when you go back and look at it, it's the same with the NGX. That made the MD-11 look rubbish, and then if you compare like the 777 to the NGX,
yeah, it's always the way, isn't it? I hope people go back and do some. I always find it a bit of a shame, but I guess it's, you know, it's the times, isn't it? But all the latest people who make add-ons, you know, it's always the same few aircraft, isn't it?
Yeah.
Always like 73, 320, 74, triple, and then that's it, and they just keep going around in circles. Very rarely do you get another aircraft that's a decent payware.
That's why this CRJ should hopefully be quite decent.
Yeah, so I'm hoping this CRJ will be good then, yeah.
But if you look at the PMD Jumbo now, it is so outdated, it's unbelievable.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
The thing is, the new version doesn't appeal to me in any way, shape or form now, because it's never going to be as good as PSX.
That is the thing, and that is the thing with FSX or P3D or whatever. It's, you can only do, or you know, designers of aircraft can only do within the limitations of the software. And flying the PMDG 747, it's like flying a Cessna, isn't it? Really, it's so easy. You just throw it about, it does whatever. And this is not like it at all. You know, this wobbles all the way down the approach and all kinds of stuff just because of the way the 7.4 handles and reacts. You know, in the PMDG it just does it because that's what flight sim does. As soon as you move something, it does it straight away, and that's not what the real 7.4 does at all. There is a lag of all control inputs.
So if you'd like a copy of PSX, you can visit the Aerowings website, or likewise, if you were to make a donation of a minimum of £25, you'll be entered into a prize draw, where one lucky donor will receive a copy of PSX. So please donate. It's all going to the Parkinson's charity. Very good cause. So if you do have some spare funds, please donate. Like I say, anything more than £25, you'll be entered into that prize draw to win a copy of PSX.
What is the -2A enunciation below WX plus C on the ND? That is the weather radar, or more accurately, it's the weather radar setting. So it's telling us that we're in weather radar and turbulence mode. And the -2A tells us that we're in auto tilt and auto tilt and scan. So -2 is the tilt setting, and A tells us that we're in automatic mode.
However, it should not be showing that in automatic mode.
Indeed.
But never mind.
We'll skim over that.
We'll ignore that part.
May I ask you a question? Yes, fire away.
What's it got? You'd love a Gulfstream. Yeah, it would be good. It would be good to have. It'd be nice to have a couple of corporate ones. Someone did a really good XL a while ago, didn't they, or something like that? I can't remember now. I said I don't use flight sim very much anymore, to be fair. Not really up to date.
Falcon would be quite good.
Yeah, it would be nice to have some of that. Yeah, I do love the MD-11. It is a very nice aircraft. I always like it when you go into Frankfurt, like in the real world, and you still see they're about one of the only people who still use them, really, in Europe anyway. You still see some of the lufty cargo MD-11Fs, and they're just amazing. Really cool to see those.
Now that Sam mentioned it, did you receive my donation? I can't see from here, but I'm sure we will have done, and I'm sure someone upstairs will be able to check.
Yep. If anybody's watching upstairs, please can you check the donation for us?
In fact, sorry, I can see it on here. Oh, who was that? Oh yes, we did.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we got your £15 donation, so thank you very much for that. Sorry, I just noticed that on this one.
Very much indeed.
Very nicely received, thank you.
So it's still very, very early days, but about 320 miles on the flight plan. It looks like potentially there may be a little bit of weather.
Caronado. They used to make some really good stuff back in the day. The GA stuff. There's some really cool GA aircraft, Caronado. But I guess they're more old school and.
When we used to do the VFR hopping,
Yeah, we used to do a lot of VFR stuff with the Orbix scenery.
Yeah.
When they brought out the stuff in America, that was quite cool as well, wasn't it? All the little airports and stuff. We had great fun.
We spent many hours, didn't we?
What were we flying? Was it? It wasn't. Oh, there was a couple of aircraft we used to use, wasn't there? It was something like a Piper Cub we used from some. Oh, it was A2A, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The A2A Piper Cub thing. That was pretty cool. And then there was another one of these weird turbine things they use for.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
I can't remember. It had a weird name. I remember for the life of me what it was.
More recently, when me and Benny and David, I'm not sure if you were flying with us at that point
Probably
or not,
not.
but we did quite a bit in the PA-28 and the Cessna 182, I think it was.
Yeah, I used to fly the 210 Carinator one quite a bit, but that was many years ago when it was good, first released. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Bought the version 1 of PSX in the 90s. In DOS, yeah. I wonder if there's a discount to upgrade now. Yeah. You have to go and have a look. Probably not.
How are we flying the aeroplane? Magic.
Indeed.
Yes, magic.
That Dave out there,
Sounds like Dave.
been shopping. Surprised he's not gone to bed.
Yeah. Talking of like really old school sims, used to enjoy flying the Ready for Pushback 742.
God, that was
I
back in the
did
day, wasn't it?
loads on the Ready for Push. It was absolutely amazing. Used to love the really old school stuff. I mean, you'd look at it nowadays, and the graphics are appalling. If you haven't seen it, just go on Google and search for Ready for Push, RP, whatever, 742, and the graphics are just so bad. That must have been 10 years ago, 15 years ago when it was released, whenever it was. It was amazing, especially if you use the Siva INS with that as well. I can't remember who made that now.
No,
You can
I
still
remember
get it.
freeware, isn't it, now,
separately,
actually?
Yeah, it's all freeware, but the company's still got it on the website. But we did a lot on that. Me and Benny did a bit on that. Really good flying with a Siva. It's a lot of hard work because you continually got to put waypoints in.
You
and
can only
land
do
long.
9, can't you, at one point, I think?
Yeah, you can only do 9 or was it 10? The wheel goes 0 up to 9. Yeah, that's crazy. I would love to have like a proper sim like this, but an old school one. That would be my dream if I had the money. I'd love to do something like a. For me, I think it would have to be a TriStar.
Yeah.
I love TriStars, so that's what I get. No section of a TriStar, 2 Sivas in there, or they had a slightly more modern version of that. And then maybe one normal FMC in the middle for emergency use, where you could flick between the two. But yeah, I just love clockwork stuff, to be honest. I mean, it's so easy flying with the EFIS and stuff, and it is great, but I kind of love clockwork. And to have a flight engineers panel, I think that would be pretty cool to do the whole procedures with a flight engineer. But that ain't going to happen.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, on the same sort of lines. I mean, the level D767, which today looks very outdated.
Oh yeah,
but the actual nuts and bolts of it, system simulation is, I think, still probably as good as anything else that's out there.
on level D, yeah, we used to do loads in level D, me and Benny as well. We were doing like stuff like Thompson on Monarch and stuff. Thompson we always used to do. No, not Monarch. Who was it? I can't remember who we did it for now. I don't think we did some Monarch stuff.
Could be Monarch.
We did Thompson, a lot of Thompson stuff. But we used to do that, yeah. We used to do loads of Sunrans down to like Alicante and all the trashy Spanish nonsense like that. We did loads in the level D76. Again, that was pretty much the best add-on at that time when it came out.
Bosnell, so how do we get the direct route on our GPS or our nav display? Well, I mean, first and foremost, I mean, it's sort of one of those things which is a two-step process in a sense.
Hold on, we got traffic.
Yeah, catching up. So we start off, first and foremost, we plan the flight. We use PFPX to plan the flight upstairs in our dispatch area. I'll try and get some pictures of that up on our Twitter feed a little bit later on, so you'll be able to see what we, how we do the flight planning. So we use PFPX, which generates us a route along the airways, highways in the sky, effectively, from one airfield to the next. We take that route, print it out on the flight plan, the Cirrus plan that Sam and Nick have got in front of them, and that gives us a series of airways and waypoints, which we can then enter into the FMC.
What is that?
So we would enter.
No, it's just the.
So you enter the waypoint, then the airway that you're going to fly along, and then the and so on and so forth. It's sort of, if you imagine the airways going to join up, connect to each other, and you follow the airways along to your destination. So we entered that as I said, we entered all into the flight computer. That works out a route, or that calculates the track to fly between each of the waypoints and displays it onto the nav display.
Doesn't want to.
Which you can see Sam is now playing with now as he's
that's
entering our
spaghetti
arrival.
MD.
There we go. Hopefully that should.
Let's have a look. Oh, we don't seem to be catching this guy now. I thought we were, but
We should be.
There we
it's a
go.
73, another 737.
Is it? Oh, we're probably reeling him in gradually.
We are. In fact, we should be reeling in quite a lot. His ground speed's 422 knots. So we've got.
Okay, so let's stand by for another TCAS event.
Yes.
Just looking at the weather. Seems we had the departure airport when we thought we had the arrival latest. So we're actually 250 at 4 meters per second. So it's going to be ILS 23.
ILS 23, yeah.
All the 9s. Rain showers. Broken at 1,400 cumulonimbus. Overcast at 100. Temperature 2. Dew point -1. 1008. And no sig. So it's going to be wet on the arrival.
Okay.
Thunderstorms in the area.
Nice.
What could go wrong?
What's the difference between ILS and the other approaches? Well, ILS, to start with, is a ground-based system, fundamentally. So you have a transmitter at one end of the runway, which sends out a radio beam aligned with the runway that the equipment on the aircraft can pick up. And you also have a second transmitter, which is usually sat next to the touchdown zone, or if not, calibrated appropriately, which sends out a second radio beam which gives you a glide slope down to the runway. So between those two beams, one giving you lateral left and right displacement from the runway centre line, the other one giving you a glide path to follow. You've got a ground-based.
If it's 2 degrees, we've got rain showers. Obviously, it's a factor, but we're leaving auto.
You can come down.
Yeah, the engines we'd have to put on if we're below
the
10.
runway, and it's because it's ground-based, because it's a radio beam.
Would you take it out of auto to actually manually put it on?
You are where you think you are.
Auto.
What's the difference between ILS-Y and ILS-X?
I don't know.
So Yankee and X-ray, basically it means they're just slightly different procedures. So there might be, if you look at the charts, there might be a slightly, there's slightly different turn or a slightly different altitude. Something about the two different procedures is slightly different. Anyway. Because we're being most of the time in the real world as well, it's quite rare to do the full procedure. Because invariably there's more traffic, there's so much traffic about, you tend to get radar sequenced, as we will be. I think that they're depending on the chart and the nav data provider, depending on how the procedures are designed. I think I seem to recall something about, I think the lower numbers, or sorry, letters closer to the end of the alphabet tend to imply lower minima. But not always the case necessarily.
You get Zulus as well sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends on the airport. You usually get told what you're going to do anyway.
Yeah.
I doubt we will today. But Steve, I think Steve's in at 2 o'clock or something today.
Yeah,
I think he's in the next flight. So
afternoon, yeah. I think it's flying with Angus. I think it's Angus, Captain, Steve, FO, and Craig is going to be socialising.
Ah, yes. So I think they're next.
MLS, microwave landing system, yes, that they have at Heathrow. Basically the same concept as the ILS. The difference is that the microwave, the frequencies that they use for the microwave are less susceptible to interference, so you can get aircraft closer together in low visibility procedures.
Never really taken off though.
No.
I mean, everyone said it would be the next thing, and there's very few airports that have it.
I think they've got to be quite far away from it, like the holding point. If you get anything sort of towards the end of the runway, it's not secure and all the time.
Well, that's one of the things that it solves, isn't it? Microwave over ILS.
Yeah, it stops
glide
glide-slope deviations so much.
But I think the problem with microwave is the fact that it kind of came along at the time that sort of all the RNAV, RNP stuff was taken off. So, you know.
Yeah, because it was meant to help with sort of curved approaches and doing things, and RNAVs. Especially stateside, there's so much where they do ILS approaches and RNAV stuff now. And in Europe, it's catching on. There are quite a few airports where you do full RNAV stuff, but most people don't do them. To be honest, most people are still doing ILSs.
A lot of the Airbuses request MLSs into Heathrow.
Yeah,
you normally tend to hear that, but then they say
the reason is because they used to only. So BA's Airbus fleet is equipped with the MLS. I think the 74s might be as well. I'm not sure. Certainly, the short haul the Airbuses are. But they used to only use it in LVPs. But the problem with that was that. Basically, because nobody was using it except when they actually needed to use it in LVPs, it was never getting the system wasn't ever getting tested. So if something went wrong, they wouldn't know about it. So now they request it all the time.
Yeah, but I don't know the correct.
132.0 Evgeny, it was a pleasure. Please send my critiques to the whole team of Flights in Russia, and thanks for controlling.
Thank you for my pleasure.
Yeah, the one who's just in front of us.
Yeah, he's offset himself or has been made to, so we seem to be in no problem.
Are there any RNP approaches in Europe? Nick would probably know better than I. Certainly there's places like Norway where there's terrain considerations. I think there's a few.
Oh, he's hello. Got his shorts on.
How was the shops? You were not going to bed?
So, yeah, RNAV, there's a few places, especially in Germany, Frankfurt and the like, and Munich. They're doing our RMP transitions and all that kind of stuff, and approaches. I think in Munich they call it CDO, so they do their own thing. But it's just really difficult when you've got aircraft that aren't RMP. It just makes life really, really difficult. With aircraft that aren't, and they end up having to vector everyone anyway, so the sort of RNAV stuff doesn't really work when you're trying to mix it with people who aren't RNAV. It would be great if everyone was RNAV, it'd make life so much easier, I think, in a lot of ways. But in the UK, I don't think it will happen much, really. Especially around London, it's just so difficult.
Yeah.
There's just no airspace, there's so many airfields around one another, and they all use the same stacks at different levels for departures and arrivals and things. Especially things like Lambourne, there's like, about 3 different airports that use stuff to route out via SIDS and things. It's just really complicated, so you always end up holding into Heathrow, and then quite short vectoring, rather than if you go to somewhere like Frankfurt or Munich or Brussels, you can have like a 30, 40 mile final, but they've got the space to do that in the UK.
Then with Dubai, it's completely downwind for miles and miles.
But the crazy, like in Frankfurt, it's got the crazy S transitions, and Munich, saying that Germany love that, and what was the other one? Hamburg, in a way, does it as well. Brussels don't have. No. I don't think they have it. We don't do it anyway. No, I don't think they have the RNAV.
Just at 2,000 at 20 dm.
Yeah, they just send you down at 2,000 feet, 30 miles, and destroy the environment.
Rob Holes.
Idiots.
From Sydney. Hello.
Hello, yes.
He says answer me. We're not quite sure what you want to say. Simfest, good morning, good afternoon, evening. I've covered all aspects of your time zones there.
Sydney,
parallel independent approaches.
It will be early hours of the morning, won't it, I guess?
Yeah, they are...
about midnight.
They are tucking into their alcoholic beverages, should I say, down there. Floor has been approved. Dubai has a very long S-shaped approach. That's not long, that's ridiculous.
Yes, but real world they never actually use that. They just fill the stacks up. You normally, if you arrive at peak time, go around 4 or 5 times, and then they vet you onto about a 10-mile fine. So it's
a lot of the airports are like that. In fact, like at Munich, it says you do the S, and then it says you continue on downwind until you're told otherwise. It doesn't even turn you on. You just sort of go around a bit and then carry on downwind. You just get peeled off.
I'm assuming
sounds like us coming into Kuala Lumpur last night. Then go downwind. 50 miles later, turn left.
That's the Qantas 25 block. Rob Holes.
I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we
I had a
had
shower and I thought I
traffic
woke myself
anyway.
up.
I don't know whether that was the controller or whether they've just done it. I have a feeling they may have just done it because I was going to do the same. I was thinking maybe just suggesting going left a bit. Yeah, we had a bit of a TCAS event earlier, nearly. Thanks to some quality control.
IMTR assigned, level unrestricted. Okay.
The tiller is fine, the tiller works fine.
Resume
It's been sorted.
navigation.
We are brilliant pilots. Yeah. I'm just wondering if the Australians are actually wearing the New Zealand crew. The crew of the Qantas 25 wearing in New Zealand. Because basically they had a bet with Air New Zealand and Qantas. Whoever won, their flight crew and their air hostesses wear the opposite. So all the Qantas at the moment are wearing Air New Zealand
Alright.
uniforms.
Nice.
The
I like it.
command flight needs to be updated. If anybody's upstairs, command flight to be updated.
Oh, why didn't you do that before you took off?
How do you do it?
There was two. Maybe Dan was up there, wasn't he?
Dan was up there. Craig's been floating.
Is Craig about?
So whoever's upstairs, change your flight command. Qantas crew all in black. Nice.
Someone else is decimal.
Can we see the end? Yes, we can see the end on the ND.
Negative.
Like we should be getting talked to shortly anyway. What are the radios like in some of these countries? Are they all crystal clear, or can you hardly hear them real life as well?
Usually pretty good.
Are they?
Reasonably good, yeah. Whether you can understand their accent is another matter, but yeah, they're usually a lot better quality than this. Sometimes in Italy they're a bit weird, but most of the time it's reasonable quality.
The good news is that once we overtake this bloke, we've got quite a lot of clear air in front of us.
Oh, good.
Excellent. Well, hopefully we won't get stitched up the other end then.
Well, yeah.
Just give us a direct now to Ypres, whatever it is, or...
Well, I mean, we've been
There
told
we
to
go.
resume our own navigation.
Dave has fixed the flight command.
Yeah. Good work, Dave.
Well done, Dave. Right. I need to nip down the back now.
That's the bill.
Is that when Dave says how much we owe him?
That's the bill for Sam's landing earlier.
Mission Bravo.
I think I actually upset the Australians there. It says of anything we've worth meaningful. I'm sure we whooped the Australians' asses at rugby a few years ago. Was that correct?
I think so.
It was, yes. So again, so when was the last time Australia then won the World Cup? Where's Gary eating cake? Lots of cake. I think he's speaking to Angus upstairs actually.
Center, Nova 1, climbing flight level 180-4380. Request amended altitude 380.
Actually, don't mention any more than that, otherwise that will be okay. Please ban that to ban. 5 seconds, where we go. No, just 5 seconds.
Sorry.
I want to see if I can select him over the right hand side. Unban him. Unban him first and then do the... That should be fine, it's already deleted anyway, so... ATC 1579, that makes sense, but compared with A39 they're not that great ground crew perspective. must have missed that one.
I think he might be abusing the
Embraers.
Have you
E-jets.
unbanned that guy?
Yeah, I have.
No, we just took 5 seconds. If he says anything else, then basically that's it.
Alright.
Actually, we don't do anything to do with like anything sort of aircraft related like that. It's not it might not offend us. It may offend someone else, especially when it's topical. We are a multinational national. Steve from Flight Deck. Steve turns up every single year. He flies over and he takes part as one of our pilots for Worldflight. He's been over every year, so I know now, for about 4 or 5 years at least. I know of. Yeah. Lewis Bell spilled orange juice over his computer. Okay, you best get some paper towels quickly. Orange juice is by far one of the worst things to spill over there. Rob needs to calm himself.
Where's the exclamation mark gone on here?
Top left on the 1.
Where it normally is.
We've got the traffic on the TCAS. We request
cost
them to flight level non-standard 350.
Thanks, Guru. Apparently, sleep is an overrated issue from according to Benny.
Non-standard 350, leaving flight level 360. Qantas 25.
I think he's actually punishing me this week with sleep.
Not the best weather for arrival anyway, Dave.
That's not good.
Some thunderstorms in the area, rain showers.
Oh.
How does a metre per second equate into a knot? What's the
2? Just double it. Yeah.
The wind's not really too much of a factor. Pretty much on the nose at 8. Just.
I understand. Are they still doing meters? I thought they were still.
Well, it's meters QFE below transition.
Alright.
And feet. Well, flight levels.
Flight, so
above.
I thought they'd gone the whole way.
Yeah,
so.
meters per second. Firejack, yes, we are. It is real time. So yeah, 1325 Zulu at the moment in the sim and in real life. The colour of the weather radar looks different from the NG. Well, the less said about that, the better.
Yeah, that may change. Put it that way. Hopefully. Oh, actually, just ban him. Just ban him completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't take any.
You got the charts there, so I can have a quick look.
INX HD. Unfortunately, this map has been completely designed specially for this sim.
The 80 says to roll to the end anyway, so I don't think we'd have been vacating before the end.
Rob Holes, good evening, goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your night. Don't do anything that we wouldn't do.
That'll be plenty then.
We have got some speciality beverages for later on.
What are we having tonight?
We have some Russian or some Norwegian. Actually, we've got both. Because Benny says, Dan asked a question, which one do you want, Russian or Norwegian? Benny said both, so basically we got both.
Hello.
47 Charlie, go ahead.
He's been on there. It's Rob Holes. So.
Charlie, make 20 degrees to the left to avoid the traffic that is unresponsible. Croatia responsive. 0.737, 3 o'clock.
Sure, left 20 degrees, speed 47 Charlie.
Oh well, that's a shortcut, so we welcome plan.
Skype in the Australians.
Good evening, Flight Box 0101.
Oh my.
101, Asia Center. Translator 101, go ahead.
Who's that?
It's the Australians. Charters.
Huh?
That's the Australians.
God, they drunk, are they?
We have the traffic in sight.
Slightly.
So 1730, 2.67 degree glide.
How can you be that drunk? You haven't actually drunk anything. There's anything missing.
Aussies.
Is Peter flying again this week? Yes, he will be. Although I can't remember exactly when, but there is a magical way of finding out, which I will do that.
Just looking at this, hold on.
I can go out.
Yeah, get out. Just having some banter with the other sims.
Some real sims, yeah. Alpha 125. We have some Russian coffee, some Norwegian coffee. The Tasmanian wasn't too bad.
I quite enjoyed the Tasmanian. I thought
it wasn't
quite
too
nice.
bad. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I thought we were going to have some Indian coffee, but when we got to India, but that seems to be drunken by Mangay already. That seems to have disappeared. So. Peter's not flying the next flight. No, that's been changed actually. He's been asked to do an event with relation to his job, so he's won't be turning up.
Who's this?
Peter.
Ah, right.
He's having to work, is he?
Yeah. They're having a corporate event, and they basically got no instructors, so
right.
they phoned him up and says, "Come in."
132.08. Speed 47 Charlie.
132, exactly.
320. How about you buy a good mic, and then it wouldn't be a problem. Charlie, Speedbird 47 Charlie, flight level 380, heading of 310 degrees.
No, Dan.
Hello, Blues 555.
No, he's not instructing golf.
God. What?
Have fun.
Upper Echo, Cuneiform, Union Lima.
Jet to Pekka, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Eventually.
Reese MCP, apparently. That sounds... I have no idea why.
You just passed Wavelength Malta, MULTA.
What's it saying at Pekka? 283 at Pekka. 380 now. What are you doing, plane? 380, 280, 10, 20, 30. Yeah, why on earth would you want it? Have you... It's alright, it sorted itself out now, I was getting confused.
What's the... it's put itself into descent mode, I think.
Yeah.
What's the
Really to get it out of
What's
it,
the VNAV cruise altitude?
Roger, track direct to Papa Echo
380, we're up.
I'm not sure. Trying to think if you can get it back into cruise mode. I'm not sure you can. Try just pushing the out into V.
I think you've got to basically put heading hold, speed hold, and the rest. Turn off your flight directors, then put it back in that way. So.
Flight level 2.
Yeah, and your speed is turn your flight directors off, then put them back on again, and then do your LNAV, VNAV, and it should be able to then go back into it.
No.
Just re-enter the cruise altitude in that page.
Flight level 150, join project 721.
Okay.
No.
Oh well, never mind, I'm sure we'll manage.
Yeah. Okay.
Somehow. Maybe.
Sim passenger and sim fly. Okay. Then you can have a sim drink. Yeah. That answers that one.
Okay, so that's the runway. 23, so it's all the way to the end. Vacate right.
Right, so
And then
we
the
got red
stands
2.
are there.
Just that bottom one. Just.
Oh,
yeah.
red 3. We'll go 3 just to be sure. You know,
Yeah.
It might even come out. I think they come out quite early a lot of the times. So we've got to overfly the other runway then.
Mr. Stewart, it should be interesting.
You know?
And then right, and then wherever, probably guess in front of the terminal.
Oh, he's got a minima.
Not the most complicated airfield in the world. Let's look for the ILS for runway 23. Oh. Make your mind up. Minimum is Cat 1 for D 620. 620 barrow. And of course the knobs go the wrong way.
That's not something that's quite easy to code, do you? It's not the opposite.
Yeah.
No, we're doing fine today.
Keep winding.
You do it individually, it goes faster. One at a time, does it?
Does it now?
Yeah.
There's a certain knack to sort of giving it.
Yeah, sort of spin it. But
Yeah.
one at a time definitely does faster. Two people having a
Oh
conversation.
yeah, that goes a lot quicker. There we go, that's the chart there. Since bound is...
Our episode's over. Gary's had enough.
Where are we? Ravna, Nabrad.
He didn't actually say anything. That's his just name, so.
Well, he deserves to be banned for that name. We're officially in the night now.
How confusing is this?
Команда 258-18, он подсказывает.
No, I was quite enjoying the sunset and things. I was kind of wanting a day landing, but alas.
Да, конечно, можем 58, Ми-6, Оренбург, 58-20.
Has it calculated the top of descent? Yes, I think that is. Well, yes, it has gone into descent mode. There isn't a top of descent actually. I don't think on the end. There might be actually somewhere in the distance. But yeah, it's got itself into the wrong mode.
Top of descent's long gone. Even though we've got about 260 miles. Yeah. God knows.
Well, if you want to be 284 at Pekka with 390, so that's 10, 20, 30, 45. It's about 45 before Pekka to go down. We're well off top of descent. Yeah. I like her.
I'm gonna go get a water quick, that'll be 2 seconds.
Are we landing at Moscow at some point? Yes, we are. In fact, the flight after this, we go into Domodedovo.
Very good pronunciation.
And then to St. Petersburg after that. Oh, right. No. Simon, are we real pilots or just enthusiasts? Are we real pilots? Some of us are, but not all. It is amazing. I agree with you, absolutely.
So let's look what he's done.
Control, good evening. Victor Papa, all the backups for the 400.
Victor Papa Bravo, Tango, Samara control, good evening, sir. Radar contact, nothing but
Victor Papa,
Was it? Yes, it's all been built from scratch in a garage. Not by us personally, but by Gary, the sim owner. Primarily Gary, at least.
We'll report ready for descent runway 23. I will look up for same please, only in the approach.
Victor, remote tango, yes sir, will be approaching runway 23.
Okay, thank you very much. 3700.
Okay.
Number 77, Whiskey descent to flight level 200.
Distance flight level 200, thank you. November 737 Whiskey.
Worldflight 7811, next contact to Samara approach.
Camo duck, yes. 90, a good 90% of the switches work in, are fully operational, work in PSX. No. Out.
Station calling, please repeat your call sign.
Scandinavian 072 ready.
Scandinavian 072, descent to flight level 200.
Flight level 200, stand 72.
And speedbird products are also ready for descent.
Speedbird for the check descent to flight level 200.
200 for the...
So they're going to try and give us a QFE then?
Yeah.
How
On the chart, it'll have the table to, to convert to QNH.
Where's the table?
On the chart, it should be on the star chart.
On the
the
star
approach
chart,
chart.
right.
On the star and the approach charts, there should be a table which converts, meters QFE to feet QNH. It should just be sitting on there. There you go. Round the wrong way, but that's it.
Oh right, okay.
And obviously, obviously you have to.
Oh, so they give it meters QFE though? No. What are they going to give us?
They give you meters QFE below transition, but obviously we have to use feet QNH.
Oh my god.
Well, the QNH is never going to be 3003.
They will. They'll give you the QNH if you ask for the QNH to put in the set on the altimeters, but they'll still give you an altitude or a height on QFE.
Right. Okay.
So you'd set QNH and then use the table.
Yeah. So yeah.
Want to do the descent checklist anyway, and then it's aircraft.
Okay. Fine. Where are we? Recall.
Checked.
Auto brake.
Is 3.
Danny data.
B2 of 148 and 627.
In a D25E? Yeah, sure am I. But approach brief. Set checks complete.
Your aircraft, you have control.
Control.
Samara, Роман 25818. Скажите, не было у вас докладов по поводу изменений?
The pen.
Go on.
The pen.
Oh, is there only one pen?
Big con, lovely, nice to have you with us.
Bit of weather about.
So QFE plus 15 millibars QNH, and then use the table.
They should give you the QNH on request. So if you say
that's not a problem
what
anyway.
is the QNH, yeah.
And then they will give us in meters. Meters QFE. Right, okay. How confusing.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Yes, what could go wrong?
It's almost as good as in China, where they obviously have metric flight levels, but they're rounded to feet. So you have to use the table, not the.
There's a bit of weather dotted about how accurate it actually is.
What's that?
Yeah, there's a bit of weather dotted about a few hot spots, but one
Yeah,
directly seems to be over the airport.
One straight over the airfield as normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I've got something to got an excuse then.
Yeah. Get the excuses in now.
Anyone in the cockpit real pilots? Yes, but not all of us.
How anal are you about the heading bug in the real plane then?
Very.
Yeah.
We have to, it's RSOP.
Even if it was like that,
Yeah.
you then have to.
But what we've got is we've got a sync button, so rather than having select, if you push that it syncs ours.
Oh, does it?
So it's so much better. So you don't have to fiddle it, you just go bang, done.
No, that's no excuse, that is the way
Our
you
select
go,
buttons, we got no button. Well, instead of hold, it's like a select heading mode, it does the same thing. Whatever it's got selected to, you hit that, it turns.
Right.
ATC 1579, yeah, exactly. It is confusing, but it's how they work.
Самара, контроль, аэрофлот 1214. Входим в зону Браво Танго, датум рассчитываем 48 минут.
Back to send it within the next 30 miles or so then.
Эшелон 350,
To ask at 50 before, I think.
Скоп 2607, аэрофлот 1214.
What's the longest flight so far?
Probably that
Not actually sure off the top of my head.
We haven't got that many long ones this year, have we? Really long ones.
We've got, there's one 635
at the
is
Pacific, there's some long
Honolulu
ones.
to Nadi, Fiji, which is the second, or one of the last flights. We've had a couple just over 3 hours. 420 actually, I think is probably the longest so far, which was into Hong Kong last night.
Yeah, I think most are between 2 and 3, aren't they, really?
Yeah.
The long ones aren't too bad when it's daytime in here and outside. It's when it's night and you're tired. And
I think it was last year, was it? Or maybe it was 2 years ago, there was like a 6 or 7 hour one, like overnight.
Was it?
Just so bad.
Simon, yes, the cameras will change. You'll be able to see out the front on approach. It'll be changed. And ATC, sorry, Mr. Yeah, DME Domodedovo, which is Moscow.
to come down to go back to the Middle East to go down to Africa. Is that how it's working?
Hello from Canada.
Hello, Canada.
Canada. I guess it's quite early in the morning. Well, maybe not that early. Early-ish. It's nearly lunchtime.
What are we having, do we know?
I don't know, we better ask our in-flight caterer, Dave.
Dave!
What's for lunch?
Want me to request some descent?
What are we, 58?
ETA on landing is about 20
give it 5 miles.
past 2 Zulu, 1420 Zulu, so about half an hour or so from now.
6:45 AM. Yeah. Pretty early. Progress page. Too sure which one's on the screen at the moment. I'll put both on.
both of them are.
Both are up, so there we go. You've got up both of them. There you go.
All takeaways in the air are rejoicing for the week of Worldflight. Well, actually, well, a little bit probably, but Dave, our in-flight caterer, actually does a very good job of keeping us fed. Enjoyed a fog in Heathrow. Yes, looking forward to that. I think that will be me actually in the early hours of tomorrow morning experiencing that. So we'll see what.
Well,
happens.
I think the Chinese takeaway were quite happy with us last night.
I think
the
they
amount
were,
that we spent with them.
How much they come to?
Cedar, velocity 738, flight level 380.
Yeah.
When is Angus on board?
Yeah, let's get to Sam. Angus, yeah, Angus is not on board, but he'll be on the next
Soon,
flight.
yeah, next I think, yeah.
Got confirmation it's 2-3 anyway.
Samara control, this is China Eastern to the west.
No, he's back.
340 on your frequency.
China Eastern 2015, radar contact, maintain flight level 840.
Oh, we've overtaken someone else.
It's going to slow down a bit because we need to descend soon. Already?
6-7, that's what it reckons. Seabird 47 Charlie, request to send.
Roger, direct Pico, China Eastern to the west side.
No worries, Mr. Moss, see you later.
Get this VNav working.
I wouldn't hold your breath. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Now it's awake.
Seabird 47 Charlie, request to send.
Breathe.
Just breathe.
Breathe.
In a calm place.
Oh my god.
Still in 240, contact.
Too many squealing and frequency.
Yeah. May have to be used.
Seabird 47 Charlie, request descent.
Oh my god, we are high.
You request on text because he's not getting anything.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, descent to flight level 200.
That's you, yeah. Descent flight level 200, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
About time.
Lena, hello,
Oh,
nice to
sorry,
see you. So we are, as you may have heard just then, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Have you on board with us?
Samara controls Canadian
I'm going to put him in early, get it done.
Level 200.
Yeah.
Skandinavian 072, next contact to Samara approach, 1 before the 6 bye-bye.
Approach 1246.
Dive, dive!
Got a train on your side.
1004, descent to flight level 200.
You want to do the train override?
Thank you.
The
Yeah.
arrival.
Is there a fault?
Yeah, it doesn't work now, unfortunately.
Well, may have to use the lever of shame, but we will see.
Yeah.
We seem to be catching up.
Well, I was saying that because we're at 140.
Be alright.
Good.
Winding the speed back helped.
Good day. Transavia 101. Approaching top of descent.
Is that a new SOP then? Terrain override.
Yeah.
Ground Tower 101, descent to flight level 200. About level 200.
It's their training to send everybody flight level 200, they can't do anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, all I can say is I'm glad we're near the front of the pack. Good luck to everyone else coming in later on. There we go, no problem, catching it up. No bother.
Speed brake, who needs speed brakes?
Exactly. All you need to do is manage your speed.
Yeah.
It's that airframe energy.
No doubt it'll make us level off anyway.
Oh yeah,
And
we
then
will
about
be, yeah.
202 we'll say, descend further.
Yeah.
Should we get the latest weather?
Yeah, go for it, yeah. That was an interesting turn.
I guess Craig's wind's catching.
Yeah. Hey Vina, if you're not gonna do what you're meant to do.
$260 at 3, so, well 260 at 6 knots now. 8,000. Rain showers coming through 14,000. Oh, sorry, coming through 1,400. Gonna have cumulonimbus. Overcast at 100. 2 degrees, 1007.
Vertical speed.
So the weather is decreasing.
We are in level, well, we're not in level change anymore, we're now in vertical speed.
I am now. Just sorting myself out.
Now is not always the answer.
We'll just keep coming down. We want to stabilise early because if you're high on this approach, you've got absolutely no way of losing it. So you'll have to go around off it. Hello, Craig. Yeah, I know, we were in level change here. I noticed afterwards.
Where's there, won't it? On the end of that.
The stick.
Is that alright?
Bit of weather just to the west of the airport.
Yeah. Hopefully we can sneak in and that weather doesn't move over the airport on the approach.
Samara Control, Junction 3, Bravo, Charlie, review, flight level 36
where you going, Batson? You always get a Thompson.
Junction 3, Bravo, Charlie, Samara Control, moving south, ready contact, moving flight level 360, expect descent for arrival, for runway 23,
Thank you very much indeed for your donation, Gazer. Gazer, really appreciate it.
Expect maintain 360, expect PLC for arrival, runway 23.
As you say, I mean, you know, it's all for the charity, it's all for the cure Parkinson's Trust. You know, and you know, we do it for them. We do it.
Well, that was
we try and share it with you guys as much as possible.
Oh, was it?
That's what it was predicting anyway, and then it brought it up. So, but that is what we want to be, obviously.
What's sector
but if I get rid of that, and saying 153, so it's fine. Catching up anyway. We'll get descent at some point in the not too distant future.
How long till landing? About 20 minutes or thereabouts,
we
I
hope.
would say. We hope.
Yeah, it's pretty low. 2-1. 27 to the north, 3-4 other side. Shut up. Bloody Chinese.
10 flight level 150, speed at 470.
Oops. Bit carried away there. Oh!
That's the only problem with it, isn't it?
Oh. To get the real one in.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. We'll get it back in VNAV once we catch that up a little bit.
Any mountains about on the approach, or?
What's that?
Are there any mountains about on the approach, or is it quite?
No, it's reasonably flattish. It's a bit higher the other side of the airport, but it looks alright.
Будьте добры, давайте без чего-то, я прошу прощения. На текущий момент я не знал, что Оренбург относится к зоне контроля Самары. Всего лишь навсего, поэтому я прошу прощения.
Anyone speak Ukrainian?
Нет, пока.
VNAV.
Расходный полет 264 устанавливаем на Оренбургский 5831.
Sort itself out. Perfecto. So, hopefully we'll get that in a minute. We'll sort of...
Samara Control, Stevens 1081, Victor, flight 380.
It's 1081, Samara Control, good evening, sir. Radio contact my conference level P80, expected issue for arrival, following to please get ready for descent.
Expecting these 4 arrival on that runway 23, report to the Stevens 108.
What are we going to do with the anti-ice, just leave it in auto?
Yeah, for the moment we're above, aren't we? All clear.
Следуем на навигационной точке L1, набираем подписанный L360 и Оренбург 58-1.
И Оренбург 58-1, нам сказал набирать еще 190, 190.
That's actually put it on automatically, that looks funny now.
What's that?
You already put the anti-ice on automatically.
Yeah.
Speed 147 Charlie, Contact Samara. Approach 124.6.
124.6, beard 47, Charlie, thank you.
Right, Samantha, good to have you still with us. Look forward to seeing you in the air as well.
Справа 230. И подскажите, как там долго ожидать заход? Номер 3, я думаю, вы будете, если 2. Я понял, спасибо.
Approach good A, speedbird 47, Charlie.
Again, heading 180. Oh.
Okay, came across. Approach good A, speedbird 47, Charlie, with you, flat up.
Chaos!
Episode 4, Delta, Foxtrot, and please...
Slow down again, before we get high.
Make right orbit again.
Follow the Fox again, I know that's no problem.
Thank you.
Speedbird 47, Charlie, with you, flat for 15, during inbound gears.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, Samara radar, Blue Star identified, descent flight level 70.
Sun flight level 7, speedbird 47, Charlie.
12763, turn right, between 240.
Similar to 240, that's good.
Yeah, this does. Might not do very well with the speed, we might have to assist.
It's going to be a bit of a headwind though, isn't it? So, light headwind.
No, it's catching up. See what it's like when we turn the corner.
Bring back.
Yes?
We're quite stable, I might take control a little bit early, try and get a feel for it before.
Yeah, no problem, yeah. For sure. Oh look, there's a Craig light in the middle of nowhere. Well, I'm not going to stitch myself up. Extend the lever of shame. We are not going around. Preferably.
See how far I flow. We've already had a demonstration of the Bolt's landing procedure, so...
New Zealand 34, contact control 132.0, bye bye.
It's coming in.
Ground control 132.0, thanks for ATC, New Zealand 34.
Get down a mid and clean. Fair enough.
Canadian 7-2, descent flight level 80 and make right orbit.
Oh dear, people making orbits, doesn't sound good.
72, I'm actually now at flight level 72, that's what you gave me. So I go down to 60, so I don't fly into the speedbird.
Nice. 109.7 is the RLS. 230 inbound.
Descent flight level 60.
Down 60 for the Fox.
There we go, we're catching ourselves up.
There's a Foxtrot contact with 128.0, my radar, right?
28.0 for the Fox, спасибо, до свидания.
Victor Papa, Bravo Tango, contact
Yeah, altimeters.
128.0.
I say 9 at 8, sending flight level 7s are a standard set. Cross checks.
I want that in my idea. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Was it keeps the descent going, we should be alright. We've got traffic to the left. I've got two by the looks of it.
Someone, yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing there. Someone was given an orbit.
What's the
cabin? Closed. There's traffic everywhere. This could be interesting.
Where descends to the same level as that guy is. 3 miles.
The Russian control strikes again.
I don't know how we've managed to end up in all this traffic, because there was about 30 miles of clear air.
They can't handle any traffic whatsoever.
So we're going to have the third close encounter with an aircraft this flight.
I think we should submit an air prox report.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, is he turning? Not heading towards us anymore. Oh no, maybe.
Capt. On flight level.
Can you see him?
With you now. Good evening.
Out the window.
It's got everybody at the same
There
level,
he is.
hasn't it?
Yeah, we can see him.
Samara, error approach. Good evening, sir. Radar contact. Descent flight level 80.
On to flight level 80, Stevens. 144 heavy, thank you.
Alright, I think we better start slowing down, don't we? Flaps 1.
Approach, train Soviet 101, maintaining flight level 160.
Want me to bug? Like 10.
Yeah.
Bar approach Canadian 072, back to the heading of 17, sir.
Not going to give us descent, is he?
Doesn't look like the most ideal traffic picture.
I know, I mean look at this. I wonder if he has any idea what he's doing.
Looks a little bit like he's just managed to get 4 aircraft in almost exactly the same
speed
space.
What?
Why are you touching my speed? Slap. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do here. Is he trying to get every aircraft at the same level?
And the same
I
place.
think that is the plan here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aircraft going to be at the same level within 5 miles of one another. Maybe that's how things happen in Russia.
Must be.
We're doing a formation landing.
What? Big battle.
Oh my god, how...
Gonna get a picture of that for the...
Yeah, I was just
Yeah, ask him.
072 turn right heading 060.
I can't believe everything's at the same level. This is just amazing. There's aircraft everywhere. Let's go for more zoom. There we go. Oh no, one's gone. No, come back.
Sorry, was that for train Soviet 101?
Oh, there's another one there now.
Trans-Area 101.
Was that instruction for train Soviet 101?
got the
Trans-Area 101, descent flight level 90. Break, speedboat 47, Charlie. Turn left heading. Turn left heading 080.
Turn left, heading 080, speedbird 47 Charlie. I think he appreciated my, what is going on, boys.
I was going to say you couldn't make it up, but let's go 180 degrees in the wrong direction.
I've been learning from the Singapore guys.
Yeah.
wave.
That's it. I mean, they've had like, I don't know, how long's our flight? 1,000 miles to sort this out, get it in the stream?
Well, those guys are well ahead of us. I don't understand why they're still in the air.
It's just carry on your own speed, your own navigation, and then when you contact approach, boom.
Hello.
59.072.
That guy should have all got us in a stream, spaced, speed controlled, done.
272, present heading is 360, confirm?
Nice on the way.
Confirm.
Wow.
272, heading, present heading.
Is it on?
Don't know, do you want me to stick
put it on, yeah, put it on.
Even.
The question is what that ICAS message means. And it's probably to do with the icing, the anti-ice sensors, I think. There's no actions associated with it because there's a little carrot.
So we're back to auto then. I shall leave it.
We can leave it on for a bit.
Yeah. Well, there's somebody else coming down the track now. So what's he going to do?
Oh, what's that? There's more traffic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, someone's coming. Else is coming down the ILS. So everyone's just circling overhead the airfield. Flight level 70.
Thankfully, got lots of fuel.
Right, what's he got? 4 aircraft at flight level 70 and 2 aircraft at flight level 80. Nice.
Going to pass us the QRH. You got one to hand. Pass the QRH and I'll let you know what the condition is.
Cheers.
Transfer 101, reduce the minimal approach speed, please, and brake, steering 1004, descent level 70, and contact on 128.
Just be glad it's not 3 AM right now. He's trying to get down and go to bed.
Tell me about it.
Alright, we just keep an eye on this fuel.
Thank you.
Okay, so icing wing. Condition: ice is detected and the wing anti-ice system is off.
Right.
That's what I thought it might be, but we've put it on.
Indeed. Would that imply possibly that the wing anti-ice is not functioning?
It would. So, check if there's a procedure for that. So we're using 10 tons an hour. We've got about 5 extra still because it's 11 for the divert, so we've still got 5 tons on. So we've got like half an hour of fat.
But the thing is, we try hard to make up this time and then get screwed over still.
There's no other procedure there as far as I can see. Because we haven't had an ICAS message suggesting that the
had no
bleed failure, is there?
Approach.
Or the valve.
Hey, if he knew what he was doing now, turn us in. Would have 5 miles on them. But he's got no idea. He's got everyone at the same level, just doing 3 speeds.
He's got no idea. There's a hold at the Foxtrot Kilo. Why didn't you just get everyone in the hold above the airfield on the NDB at different levels and just peel them off? If you wanted to do it that way. Instead of having everyone at the same level, randomly vectored everywhere.
Boeing T7, you guys always seem to get vectored away from the approach. Yes, it does seem to be a bit of a feature of Worldflight this year so far.
Yes. Occupational hazard, unfortunately.
How many miles have we got? About 30 now.
Well, could be more like 200.
How far can we go? Oh well. We've lost a knot now at least.
Wonder whether to speed up, get some flaps up, it'll drop the fuel flow. But out of interest, let's experiment. What are we doing? 2.5. Okay. So. Oh, calm down. Oh my god, so sensitive.
Approach request descent.
Right, let's go flaps 1. We'll just see if that gives us a lower fuel flow.
2.4 now, isn't it? So you...
Yeah. I'm just going to let it, just wait until it all goes in. Then let the thrust stabilise and see what we get. Right, so there we go. We got 2.3. So that's like 800 kilos we've just saved for an hour. What about full clean?
738, Samara approach, good evening, sir. Identified descent, flight level 100.
Yeah, let's not give him flight level 70. What's going on?
Descend flight level 100, velocity 738.
Well, flight level 70 is full now.
It was full a long time ago.
Yeah, it was full a very long time ago, mate.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, request left turn. Give it a go, see what happens.
1 second.
Right, let's go flaps up. We'll just see what this is like.
230, работайте с кругом 128, 0, мягко движение.
Право 230 кругом 128 0, Оренбург 58 24.
Yep, that's another 800 kilos we've saved.
Right, heading 210.
That's a ton now, in total.
210.
Yeah.
More than that. 2 ton.
A ton.
The
No, 2 tons, yeah,
2.5,
sorry.
yeah, wasn't it?
Well, no, it was 1.5, wasn't it? Yeah.
Transavia 101, requesting vectors 15.
So yeah, 2 tons we've
Yeah.
saved in by going min clean instead of flat 5. Yeah.
101.
And the wing anti-ice is on now as well. That seems to have solved
Or
it.
icing is no longer detected. One of the two.
Well,
Oh yeah, no,
it's showing
come
it's on,
hasn't it?
so
Yeah.
unless someone's been playing, or it's a thrust thing, maybe.
Oh mate, do you know what it probably is? I wonder if there wasn't enough bleed air.
Yeah, but then
That's
surely
but yeah.
we've probably got less thrust now.
Yeah.
Well, we have because we got less fuel
Yeah.
flow, so our thrust is less than it was earlier.
190.
So it can't have been a thrust thing.
No.
Plus Peter when he's next to it.
Yeah.
Oh, mine. Put it. Is it back on auto?
Yeah,
You just done it.
switch
Yeah.
it, yeah.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
No, we get problems if we're at idle and we get wing, it's we get major problems. We just can't do it. Get master cautions and the lot going off.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, request left turn. Hard enough now.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, turn left, heading 320.
Left turn heading 320, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
You're gonna have to be punished.
Well, I'll get you a drink after.
I need a ruler or something, get as bad as Craig. Or Jimmy. Maybe Jimmy number 2.
1763, turn right, heading 210, and contact Samara Raider, 128.09.
Heading 210 now, 120, thank you.
Аэрофлот 1214, вправо, курс...
We should place bets on what time we're going to land at.
Курс правил 230, аэрофлот 1214.
I'm gonna go 40.
You're going to go for 1440?
Scandinavian 7,
Oh,
turn
okay.
right, heading
Maybe a bit later actually.
30,
Thinking about it.
and correction.
No, I'll stick with 40.
And,
Okay, you're going to go for 40, I'm going to go
Samara
for...
Raider, 810, bye bye.
Okay, I'll go for 45. Point
That
40.
might be good.
Yeah. 40 and 45. Go on, Simon. What's your estimate?
I reckon, what have we got?
1421 at the moment.
50 miles still to run, at least. Plus a little bit. I reckon 50.
You reckon 50?
Yeah.
Approaching
Minute, well, 1450, I reckon.
We're taking estimates for our landing time. Anyone else want to guess?
Medium turbulence.
Well, we should have landed about 15 minutes ago. We're just... We're going around in circles. And he's got most people at the same level. So it's chaos.
Correction 2015, to Samara approach, good is right identified, descent, flight level.
Go on, 70.
110.
Oh no!
Descent to flight 110, distance to 5.
He's the final director, doesn't he?
Yeah.
This needs taking off from someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, or he's removing. Yeah, one of the two.
I think he's had a chivvy up.
Well, like a few planes, but it's not like it's a stupid amount. If he was kept on top of it.
Well, I mean, there's still...
Transavia 101, turn left, heading...
Well, you see, everybody's piling in now.
Yeah, so it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
It's going to get really bad, really bad, really quickly.
Yeah.
Аэрофлот 24, 230 службу.
And I can't see anybody on the approach actually. That
Аэрофлот
spot.
24, снижайте эшелон 7-0.
Do you remember hearing? Yeah, yeah.
Снижаем
Do you remember
эшелон
hearing
7-0,
anybody
Аэрофлот 24.
being handed off to tower?
I know they should be.
Virgin
Should be Alpha.
descend flight level 80.
Descend flight
No,
level
thanks.
80.
Yeah, I need a pint of vodka, please. I think I need
And
one.
Virgin 738, main
Yeah, I'll have a coffee, please. Just a white coffee.
to 180 knots.
Coffee with vodka. A Russian
Reduce
coffee.
to 180. Velocity 738.
Арход 24 для вас по возможности...
Hello, FS Aviator iPad.
ECU работаете.
I guess you're on an iPad.
128,0 метров в сутки.
Don't know how you worked that one out.
That's why I'm a Capt.
14, повторите ваше сообщение, пожалуйста. Аэрофлот 12-14, по возможности максимальная скорость захода и работа...
Pakora? You're doing a takeaway or something? What's going on? Oh, someone's climbing. That's not a good sign. Someone's climbing pretty quickly. Oh dear.
That's over, guys.
It's
Level
not
now.
looking good. Someone going around already.
I have to say, actually, we haven't yet had a TCAS RA as far as I'm
No, we
aware.
haven't.
But we should have had.
We probably should have had.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
why
I mean,
we-
over the course of the flight,
80.
so far, although there's still a long way to go.
Аэрофлот какая скорость? Нормально у вас по экипажу. Аэрофлот 12-14, секундочку, технические проблемы у нас. Можно куда-нибудь нас в сторону отвезти? Да, Аэрофлот 12-14, влево курс 120. Влево курс 120, Аэрофлот 12-14.
Are we flying to Finland? No, we're not.
Well, we might be at this route.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, if we carry on at this heading, we might end up in Finland.
That's very true. You are heading towards Finland.
Yeah, we are heading in that direction. No, we go to say Moscow, then St. Petersburg, then Norway.
Then left heading 220, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Out of Norway, we then get down to into Germany, France, and then London, Heathrow tomorrow morning.
128, decimal zero, bye bye.
Descend level for 6,000.
Did an emergency situation ever happen? Not usually during world flights, but on some of our other flights, some of our other events that we do, yes, things have been known to go wrong, usually at the hands of Benny.
Just not got DME.
Surely it has. No?
Is it identified yet? You're still...
No, there's nothing there, but when we got...
Still 50 miles out.
I don't know if it has got a DME, looking at this chart. I don't know, I don't use JEPs. I hate them.
Well, they're LIDO, aren't they?
Are these the new LiDAR ones?
Yeah.
Oh god, they're even worse.
I quite like the old AirAds.
Well, I know, yeah. I love the old AirAds. We used to use them.
Yeah.
We've kind of got the Navtech ones, which are semi-AirAd.
Yeah.
That's what we use, but they're quite clear. I quite like those.
Yeah, I like the Navtech AirAds, I think. But although everybody seems to slag them off these days. But I think BA actually ditched them for Lido after the Johannesburg, after Lima in Johannesburg.
I don't know why, because these are rubbish.
Yeah.
Well, they extended centre line on anyway. So
I mean, the thing is, it doesn't say anything about DME anywhere. Normally it would say.
Does it what's
ALS DME?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Does it say anything on the actual chart where it says? I
mean, these are it says these distances.
Where it's got the ident.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's,
no.
it doesn't say up there, and it doesn't normally it would say. So I imagine this has not got a DME.
No. FS Aviator, Arpad, we're going to go to moon. Oslo.
Correction, Transavia 101, what are you doing? Please turn left heading.
Could you show us the charts?
Not
easily at the moment, but we could do. We'll after we land,
Transavia 101.
I'll see what I can do.
Transavia 101, turn left heading 170, break. China is 21, correction 201.
Yes, we are pointing.
Oh, but that
at the
doesn't mean
airfield.
anything though.
Yes, I did. Yes.
No, which?
You said what?
China Eastern 2015, descend, flight level 70, contact 128.0, bye-bye.
Watch out for fog at Oslo. Yes, we will do. It's pretty foggy across the UK actually. As well, it has been.
So we're an hour late. More now.
It was all looking so positive for an early arrival.
I know. We try to be early or on time, but it's just so difficult.
I mean, the problem is, I think we crank it up, don't we, to like Mach decimal 9. But the problem, I think sometimes I think we just arrive at the scene of the chaos quicker.
Approach. This is train
God. Why is he on the Febreze again?
170.
It's the door, isn't it?
Thank you.
Thanks. Craig must be out there.
The boy has a lot of gas.
Oh come on, this is taking the piss. Right, we're 10 miles behind this traffic in front. Surely that is enough
Surely
space.
that's enough room.
10 miles.
Well, I mean, apparently it's alright to be 5 miles behind someone at flight level 380.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, if it's alright in the en route environment.
Технические проблемы у нас случились. Прошу прощения. Аэропорт, значит, вы печатать будете?
Poor Craig.
No. Deserves no sympathy.
Аэропорт 24, вы выключаться будете или полет продолжаем? Вы нам расскажите. Нет, мы отключаемся, у нас проблемы с симулятором.
Please.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Just one will do. Thank you.
I'm alright, thank you. Just that. Cheers. Is there some...
Oh, I've got a an empty cup. Thank you.
Speedboat 47 Charlie, contact Samara Raider 128.0, bye-bye.
128.0, speedbird 47 Charlie, bye-bye.
Yes, there's another controller on. Whoop de whoop. Oh god.
Мы выдерживаем 185.
Right, good day, speedbird 47 Charlie with you, flight level 70, heading 220. Just speak and carry on speaking.
Восьмой, выдерживаем 160. Номер 3 на посадку, Оренбург 58-20. Благодарим.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, Raider good afternoon. Reduce speed 170.
Speed 170 knots, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Come on. Because I should wait till it goes and then do it. There we go. Oops.
Nice to wing again.
Yeah, flat 5.
Oh, I know why that is. You don't get wing anti-ice with flap 1.
Yeah,
the slats
slat.
extended.
Yeah.
Or with any flap, because when the slats are extended. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Boom.
There we go. One flap. Self down.
Samara approach. Good afternoon, Johnson 3 Bravo Charlie with you. Inbound
Sam.
Michelle. Flight level at flight level 200.
Alpha 3 Bravo Charlie, good afternoon, contact approaching frequency 124 this contact.
Thank you, Vincent. I knew there was something about avoiding extended flight in icing conditions with slats extended.
Yeah. We are above the cloud though, so I think it's being a little bit... something not quite right, tying up here between PSX and
wind's on the
P2D.
move.
Seabird 47 Charlie, by QNH 1007, descend to altitude 2,500 feet.
2,500 on QNH 1007. That's to be a bed 47 Charlie.
Well, that wasn't what I was expecting.
738, contact down 18 decimal.
That will change.
I like the approach checklist.
Oh, hold on a minute.
18, pushing through, velocity 1038.
Let me, calm down. 100.
Минимальный у нас
7.
на чистом крыле или как?
Oh yeah, QNH.
Altimeters.
QNH set.
Хорошо, мы до минимальной 145, Оренбург 58, 20.
Seabird 47 Charlie, reduce minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed bed 47 Charlie.
Has he actually...
Yeah, the Army's at 5,500 on 1007.
Charlie, turn left heading 190.
Left turn, heading 180, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Right.
Because you are so incompetent. You want some minimum clean and now you're taking with now.
Not even minimum clean.
Yeah.
Wow.
Flap 20.
Have we booked a flow or anyone?
Well, hang on, where is the runway actually? 3, 2, 3, there.
Got the extended centre line on, so...
Yeah.
I don't understand why, because if this put us in behind this traffic, we'll
It
be
would work.
absolutely fine.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing min clean. Oh, not min clean, minimum final approach speed. I'm not putting the gear down at like 20 miles to touchdown. You just go do one, simple as that. It's only 10 knots. That's just ridiculous. Well. Gotta go.
1,000 to go.
Because I could have VS'd that really.
I wouldn't worry, nothing else about the nothing else about this approach is going to be terribly finessed or economical.
Oh yeah, he's just appeared, didn't he? That person there.
I think that might be to do with visual PSX, is it? Only having a certain number of, displaying a certain number of the rest.
Oh yeah, that's true.
From my direction.
Seabird 47 Charlie, turn right heading 260.
Turn right heading 260, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Doesn't feel like it's going to work very well.
No.
7,000 feet.
Well, he's trying to create some distance.
I guess you're right.
1081, good afternoon. Maintain flight level 70.
Land after.
And reduce your speed 180.
And after at night.
Else. Yeah.
Reduce speed 180.
The visibility is only supposed to be 8,000 as well, so...
Maintain heading and altitude.
So you're touring Russian airspace?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
So, we've seen earlier on we had a good tour of China, Singapore, Hong Kong. Yeah, so now we're getting a good look at Russia, at Samara, which apparently is a very nice place according to everything that we've been reading.
Yeah.
Seabird 47 Charlie, descend to altitude 1,700 feet. On present statement, you're cleared for ILS approach only.
1,700 and cleared. ILS 23. Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Stevens 108.
Oh, where's the map? Come on. Get a grip.
Reduce speed Heading
Got anything with a gear?
Stevens 10.
It's going down so low or...
How far away? Yeah, we'll have to do it. Get down.
Down.
And they're not using QFE?
No, apparently not.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, that might have happened, but no.
I really don't understand why we're descending when we're still high as low as it is.
I know, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Is it the platform altitude though for the procedure?
It is, but doing it like so early, you know what I mean? We're like full fly up already.
Oh no, you're right. But I think then they have to clear you to the platform altitude before they can clear you for the ILS.
Depends on
Otherwise,
the airports, because a lot of airports, a lot of airports will do it if you're further out. They'll do it higher, so you don't have to be at the platform. But
yeah,
that may be.
But I think they have. I think
maybe
they have to say intercept the localizer and then descend with the glide as a separate instruction.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, localizer established 23.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, contact Starlink
1816, Speedbird 47 Charlie, bye bye. 1186.
Yes. No, 1182.
Если вы идете по АЛС, то для вашей информации мы работаем преимущественно день и день. Освобождение в конце полосы РД-1.
Да, я иду по NDB, что за вопросы? Я понял, просто разрешили 23, Оренбург 5820.
Target A, Speedbird 47 Charlie with the ILS 23. And no DME reading like you said.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, Samara Tower, good evening. Continue approach runway 23, minimum approach speedway.
23, minimum approach, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Lap 25.
5. I'm visual. I've lost another knot anywhere.
Lap 30.
30.
It's crazy doing this when you're level.
Yeah.
But keeps them happy. Oh, you've done it already.
Yeah.
So read that document. Turn review, the go around, it's ahead 1070, right turn 049 to 1730, so it's the same platform, it's just 180 to the right.
Problem?
Away from the hill.
Like the landing checklist.
I actually knocked that earlier. Yep, land checks.
Speed brake. Sorry, no. Yeah, speed brake.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Lap.
30.
Cabin report.
It was received a very long time ago. Oh, I could be the winner.
Right, I have control.
You have control. The noob alarm has sounded.
Where it all goes wrong, isn't it?
Here comes the jumbo wiggle. Got all those lights. It'll be fun trying to find somewhere to park.
Go for 7 Charlie, runway 23, clear to land, wind 250 degrees, 5 meters per second.
Clear land speed 47 Charlie.
Wind will drop off a little bit then by the looks of it.
Yeah.
For
Oh, just-
information, vacation only in the end of runway, next wind 1. Please pay attention.
Then to the end.
Just bear in mind if the wind off 250, it might swing round to the other side.
Yeah.
Fairly late.
I'm going with the puppies. The ILS seems to be a bit off.
None of them are the same. On any airport so far, they've never matched up at the last minute.
Minimum.
Station, Samara Tower, please repeat your call sign and where you are.
Lieutenant 01, which is final from next day.
Whoever's farted, that stinks.
That does. It's probably Gary wafting it through the fan again.
100.
Good
Wind's coming around.
Interesting scenery.
50.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to. The visuals seem to be quite off.
Get down.
247 Charlie, please expedite vacating runway 23.
Got full.
Oh, what? Should we go around?
Well done, Gary. Gary strikes again. Oh
reverse.
my god.
I would do
brakes.
maximum manual braking.
Oh, I know that was your job, but...
It's alright, go!
50 degrees, 5 meters per second.
Oh, the tiller's gone.
Oh my god! Emergency mole grips to the flight deck.
Well,
Yeah.
the tiller's the issue. Can you do it on there? Can you...
Yeah, it's come off
gone.
again. Disconnect.
Yeah. There we go. We're disconnected.
Well,
that was an interesting.
I'm not taking that one. I think that was the scene
Yes.
issue. That.
Okay.
We've disconnected anyway. It said, I was looking at the radio and it was like we're at 60 feet, but we seem to be about 10 foot off the ground. So I was like,
Yeah, 14:45. I win. Perfect.
No, reconnect us.
No, just.
Are we
Oh
still
my
not?
god. Oh. Oh. I wouldn't even bother. Don't connect us yet
No.
because I don't think we're that off the runway, really,
No.
are we? We get some scenery back.
You want to clean us up anyway. Yeah, if you look at the altitude, what off, isn't it?
Yeah, we're like minus 250 feet. I don't know where the spanner is actually.
Oh, yep, there is.
Oh well, guys, it was an interesting approach and landing. Hopefully just a quick turnaround as we're a bit late, and then we'll try and get out again
Hello.
as soon as we can.
Right, you've put deodorant on, I can smell. Thank you. They've gone off a little bit.
There we go.
Well, that's the runway, just over there somewhere. What?
We're going to have this at every airport going, scenery issues.
It was all meant to be checked before, but...
We're taxiing offline and we'll reconnect on the stand.
Yeah, there's no point connecting those. Get in and off.
Where's parking where the tower is then? Start the Apu. After landing checklist. Or was that a silent check actually?
Yeah.
ATC was living up to expectations anyway, that was absolutely horrendous. Goes on the end.
So all the other aircraft disappeared with the scenery?
Well, we've disconnected from.
Oh, from
that
that sim. Okay. So there was an
How would
aircraft
we-
right behind us. We were sat on the runway with no steering.
How would we cope with that
spin
bit
it.
of ground? What, all the
Maybe.
way around?
Is it worth it? Faffing around with pushing. 'Cause there's aircraft everywhere, isn't there? Get up to the edge and
Yeah, right.
make life easy. Everyone's going to be parked inside of one another anyway, so.
Worry about the wings.
It's alright, this particular airframe has some
Issues
issues
with
experience
history.
with that, yes.
Gasoline. Right next to the pumps. On my sim, if you taxied past the fuel pump,
Yeah.
within the range of it,
Yeah,
you got
fills
full
up-
tanks.
fills it up,
Yeah. They'd be taxing out.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
where the hell we get all that fuel? Oh, why's the AP notice that? Fiddling. Thing?
Yeah, it's
Not even
around
saying
the
standby.
84%,
Not even saying it's available.
Stand by.
84% and 2.
Stand by. Ah, magical. Oh. Well, you should have some external power.
If I click this.
What happens if you try and test the overhead? If you just press to turn the window heat off and on again. No, that seems. Yes.
Yeah. Oh well, never mind. There's
APU's running, apparently.
Yeah, but it's not available.
Shut down checklist then.
There we go. You're actually on external power anyway.
yeah, we're on the external, so we go. Done. Banner ship.
Right,
Yeah.
the APU's still running now. Okay.
Off.
Fine.
Well, thank you very much, stream viewers. It's been a pleasure. Stay with us
Yeah.
for
Might name very
more
shortly.
fun with Moscow, with the Russian ATC all the way into Moscow. Cheerio.